You don't ignore it. You respond. And if you do have something that's way out of date that needs to be fixed, fix it. But otherwise, if they have false information, they want to charge you more or get rid of you, you fight back with the truth. I'm Clark Howard.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top local story. The FBI is warning parents about violent online networks targeting kids across the United States. WSB's Jonathan O'Brien reports live from FBI Atlanta, where dozens of credible cases are being investigated right here in Georgia.
Yeah, Bill, the FBI says 50 tips related to these online networks are being investigated here in Georgia, and Atlanta police say they are looking into 5 cases where they believe these extreme online groups may have been a factor. FBI Special Agent in Charge Brian Osden says this started with a group known as 764, and he says they prey on kids as young as 9.
Members of the 764 network manipulate, coerce victims into producing or sharing extreme gore content and child sexual abuse material. They also convince victims to self-harm or act out in violence or commit animal cruelty.
And the FBI is treating these cases as terrorism, and they're urging parents to keep an eye on their kids, especially when they're online. Reporting live at FBI Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
70 degrees in Atlanta, much warmer heading into the weekend. Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. Whether or not the U.S. and Iran have ceasefire talks in Pakistan this weekend may depend on what happens next between Israel and Lebanon. Correspondent Elizabeth Palmer is in Tel Aviv with the latest.
The Iranian-backed militia Hezbollah fired rockets into northern Israel this morning. That in retaliation for Israel's ferocious attack on Hezbollah yesterday, which killed 254 people, some in the countryside and some in the capital, Beirut. Last night, Iran warned that the strikes might also kill the ceasefire.
Cobb County police are looking for the suspects who smashed a vehicle into a couple of businesses in Mableton.
The early morning burglary at Hawthorne Plaza leaves significant damage to a coin laundry and a Family Dollar store. Cobb County police say thieves used a vehicle to force their way in and remove 2 ATMs, but they were only able to drive away with one from the coin laundry. Both stores have broken front windows and structural damage to the exterior. No injuries are reported. Detectives are still trying to identify the suspects. Jennifer Perry, 95.5 WSB.
A woman is arrested after a deadly shooting earlier this week in DeKalb County. Police responded to a person shot call on I-285 at Glenwood Road early Tuesday morning.
Officers found a man who had been shot with serious injuries. He was rushed to a hospital but died of his injuries.
Officer Blaine Clark with DeKalb County Police tells us they've arrested 45-year-old Anessa Burton, who is charged with murder. Police say 50-year-old Tywarn Jones was shot during an argument at a location on Marbot Road, and a witness called for help on 285. Waymo is now on pothole patrol. The driverless vehicles are now documenting potholes and sharing data with Waze users. The pilot program is focusing on 5 cities for now, including Atlanta. It's expected to expand to more cities in the future. Eventually, any city or state where Waymo operates will be able to access the pothole data. More than 500 potholes have already been identified by Waymo vehicles. It is now 3:03. The Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Alex Williams.
A little bit better news in Sandy Springs, Bill. That earlier trouble spot, 285 eastbound, the inner loop at Roswell Road, exit 25. That looks to have cleared, so have the delays behind it. Delays have actually gotten a tad better on the east side perimeter, where they've been doing that emergency pothole repair in the right lane, 285 northbound, the outer loop at Chamblee-Tucker Road. A little sluggish as you make your way up through Tucker, and it is all brake lights into downtown. Southbound starts to slow at the 85-400 merge. Brake lights stay with you down toward Cortlandt Street, and northbound's all volume from Highway 166 Langford Parkway up to Peachtree Pine Street. Construction in East Atlanta. It's got a right lane blocked, Moreland Avenue northbound at Memorial Drive, and that is slowing the I-20 exit ramps trying to get onto Moreland Avenue. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz. Headed to the low 70s this afternoon. Will stay mostly sunny. Clear and dry overnight. Cool down to 50 Friday morning. Then sunny and 79 tomorrow. On Saturday, sunny, high 85.
Right now it's 69 in Snellville, 68 in Riverdale, and 66 in Canton. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 1 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I'm your host, Eric Von Hessler. With most, not all, the Doctrinaires here today. Tim Andrews is here. Autumn Fisher has the afternoon off. George Clark is here. Jared Yamamoto is here. Jared Yamamoto is, I wouldn't say he's not happy. He's always happy. But there's levels, of course. There's a spectrum of happy.
Never sad, but he's on the always on the happy
There's
side.
a happy spectrum of 0 to 10.
The happy spectrum.
The
I like
happy
this.
spectrum.
Okay.
Look, we have a name for the podcast right out of the
Not
right
even
out
a
of the
minute
gates
in.
here. The happy spectrum. A couple of things I think are keeping him to the lower end of the happy spectrum, I could say, today. Number one is I saw that there's a headline in the AJC that says Atlanta's number one cheerleader is retiring, which is fine because you could think to yourself, well, that makes room for Jared Yamamoto, but I think he's just upset that someone else is considered Atlanta's number one cheerleader. We'll get to that in a moment. Another reason I think that he's on the lower end of the happy spectrum is because he went to visit his wife at the headquarters where she works, and she was
You can
like,
say it. It's a Chick-fil-A.
Okay, well, I don't want to look. I don't want to set up a rivalry.
No, there's no
I don't
rivalry.
want to put our people on the spot because he came back and said, "You wouldn't believe this place is bustling. Everybody's running around."
Well, they kept telling me
ringing bells.
they're like it's spring break here, and I'm like, it's been spring break at our office on the corporate side too, and our
For
office
6
is
years.
and they, I mean, this office, guys. I mean, it was bustling. They had a whole cafeteria full of
that's like
food,
good, yeah.
milkshake bar.
This is what he wants. He wants a
Yeah.
milkshake. He's upset that we don't have a milkshake.
Best I can do is a gallon of milk.
No
Thanks,
milkshake.
boss.
I gotta say, I don't see any time soon that you're gonna be you're gonna have a milkshake bar here. I just want you to know.
But I mean, they had all these different food. There was a pizza bar. There was like a hot food
A
line.
pizza bar?
Yeah. Then they
a
had
pizza bar.
I
At
know.
Chick-fil-A?
At Chick-fil-A,
That
right?
seems
Mind blown.
outrageous.
Then you could get all the Chick-fil-A items. I mean, what an impressive
On your pizza?
If
You could, if you wanted to, you could set it up yourself.
Man.
What an
Those little
impressive
nuggets.
setup.
Any place that look, you work someplace they have a milkshake bar, then
Yeah.
anything goes at that point.
Everything was new too. It just was a
Key
state of the art
yeah,
office.
that's right. Yeah, you get the key parties. That's a couple times a year.
Yeah.
Things you
That's
get
off campus.
That's off campus. Of course it is. A good traditional family-run operation over there, for heaven's
What
sakes.
a beautiful facility. If you don't get a chance, I mean, they've got a whole tour that they do.
Is that what I should do?
You could see,
Could you sign me up for a tour?
Yeah,
Because
you
know
could-
I love a good tour.
you
You
could
know that to me, there's nothing like standing in line with other people and being told where I can and cannot go. This is one of my favorite things. You think I could get a tour?
I think you would love it.
Oh, I would love to get a tour
You could
of the Chick-fil-A headquarters.
They-
That would be probably the highlight of my year.
they kept
I'm thinking.
Truett Cathy's desk in his conference room exactly as he left it. Had a chance to do that. He also has
You
a
get to sit in
replica.
the chair and you pretend.
You could sit
Did
in
you
the chair.
rifle through his drawers?
I didn't rifle through his drawers. He does have a replica Batmobile inside the.
Which Batmobile?
It's the one from Batman Returns. So 1992. So it's the replica Batmobile inside the support center there.
It'd be cooler if he had the TV show.
All right, look, he's got one. All right, so, I mean,
What do you
hey, I
want?
got one of the Batmobiles. Yeah, it's not the one I think is the coolest.
The
You gotta- I mean,
66
it's,
Batman, but that Batmobile is arguably the best looking one.
Well, I would agree with that.
Militaristic or gothic.
Yeah, I would agree with that,
is
but I
cool.
mean, it's still pretty. Yeah, I love
Look
it.
at-
Like, hey, I got one of the Batmobiles from the Batman movies. Yeah, not the one I like.
I have an Enterprise model from that show Enterprise. Okay.
I liked Enterprise.
Well, yeah, but
Had
I
a
mean,
terrible theme song.
Yes.
The problem. Really, isn't that what the real problem with that
That was
show?
the drawback of the
was
show.
that nobody could think of it as a Star Trek show because it had like that faux Aerosmith.
well, it was that
early-
late.
I'll bet it was that same lady who wrote the Aerosmith song, the Armageddon song.
It might be.
'Cause it
But
had that
those late
same
90s
feel.
shows all had that, the teen
yeah.
shows.
Yeah, but I mean, it was because
Dawson's Creek in space.
I remember watching some of that and go, I can't believe how good this show is, given that opening song. And it was just awful.
Yeah. Scott
And-
Bakula is the captain. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Hey,
Check it out.
hey, listen, I know people are tuning in. There's war going on and everything, but I think this is a good conversation to have.
We're talking about the important things.
Scott Bakula is underrated.
Yeah.
As
Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap? Are you kidding me? I mean, I don't know.
Ziggy says you got a 98% chance.
Does he ever graduate to the big screen? Is he a star of movies at all?
He did a
Everything
great
he does
movie
in TV.
with Bruce Willis that just had a ton of nudity in it.
Was he nude? Because I'm not watching.
Yes, he's nude.
Oh, really?
Yes,
How'd
he's in
that
a
work
pool with some actress who was an it girl for a little while.
And is this from the 80s or 90s, or is this an old shriveled up?
I
nude
believe.
Scott
Well, he's not
Bakula?
shriveled up.
Okay. Well, we all get somewhat shriveled up.
What's that? He still looks pretty good. He's
And
71.
besides, you never know. That could be CGI.
Well, he was not that bad. Not back then.
It could be some
But even
kind of
now, I'm
effect.
saying, like, I'm looking at a couple pictures of him now. I mean, he's 71 years old. Not bad.
Kept himself
Called-
together.
not bad.
Color of Night.
Oh.
With Jane March. Do you remember Jane March?
I remember the
she
name.
was sort of an it girl back
I
then.
remember the name. I'm sure if I saw her, maybe.
It's a 1994 American erotic thriller slasher film.
Oh, those were big, like Basic Instinct, then, right? And what was the one with Michael Douglas?
Basic Instinct.
Is that No, Basic Instinct, right? And then
Yes.
what was the one with Sharon Stone?
They're both in that.
No, that's not the same one. That's not the same. What's the one with Glenn Close where she's the?
Well, that was in the 80s, and that's before Basic Instinct, but I know what you're talking about. That's the one.
101 Dalmatians.
Yeah,
Yes,
that one where
that
he
was
has an
exactly-
affair with the dogs.
Yes. So there were these sort of
That's the one where she loses
psychological
her mind,
thrillers, crime thriller, erotica kind
Yes.
of pieces. Was Michael Douglas in Basic Instinct?
Yes.
I only remember one scene from it
Really?
that was overhyped.
Well,
I mean, even at that point, it was overhyped.
Newman from Seinfeld
Yes,
is the
kind of
cop.
brought
He's
me
all
down.
sweaty.
Kind of brought me down that in the midst of that one big scene.
Well, thank God for
Newman is
DVDs,
there.
you could pause it.
What's that?
Nothing. I said, thank God for the DVD, then you could pause it.
Fatal
You
Attraction.
don't miss anything.
Was the name of the?
Yes,
of the-
that's right.
What did you say it was?
I couldn't remember.
You
the
couldn't
name of
remember?
it.
I thought you said In the Heat of the
But
Night.
Michael
Maybe that
Douglas
was
is in
wrong.
both of those. In the Heat of the Night. Rod Steiger. Yeah, that was a great scene. He was
Oh,
not wearing any underwear.
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic. When he crosses his legs.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
What do you think of that?
Jared doesn't even know that movie.
And
And
no.
probably most of the people listening have no idea.
Carol
Not-
O'Connor did it on TV
Yes, he
in
did.
the television series version.
Absolutely.
I believe that was shot in Conyers, Jared.
Was
I
that?
was still looking up Basic Instinct here. I didn't realize there was a second one, so I'm
Oh,
fascinated
yeah,
about
the
this.
sequel was fantastic.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was. Was there?
Yes,
Was there?
came out in 2006. Got a
Didn't-
6% on Rotten
nobody
Tomatoes.
saw it.
Possible spoiler alert. Didn't. Okay, I'm thinking of Fatal Attraction. So Basic Instinct. So Sharon Stone lives at the end and all that. I can't even remember.
I don't even recall.
I saw it at the theater once, and I thought, okay. It was that one good scene. I think it was a decent movie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
As I recall, it was a
Well, the
decent
Genie
movie.
triple horn sex scene is pretty good.
Those kind of erotic thrillers. You go back to the old, there's one that was, what was that Brian De Palma one with Michael Caine? No one will ever show that one now. Dressed to Kill.
God, no, they won't.
I don't think the trans community would be.
No.
I don't even know if they know that exists. Otherwise, we would have heard some sort of condemnation of it.
I was about 13 when I watched that for the first and final time, and it just confused me. So I don't need to watch this again.
Yeah, and so, well, you know what it was? You had that movie Blow Out with Travolta before it.
Yeah.
Which was fantastic. Great movie. And then this was the follow-up, same kind of like thriller, erotic. Okay, this got nothing to do with what's going on in the world. And hopefully the audience is glad about that. Hey, a show came on, and they didn't start out with the war.
Yeah.
I mean, we're on WSB, and the show's 4 hours long, so chances are we're going to get there.
I'm sure.
Trying to figure out if this is. Are we at the point now? I feel like we're not even really calling it a ceasefire anymore. We're calling it. I think J.D.
pause.
Vance called it a fragile truce.
Okay.
At this point, although one of the last things I saw, because the Iran keeps the Strait of Hormuz closed because Israel hit Lebanon, maybe the hardest that they've hit it. Once the ceasefire was announced, and Iran says Hezbollah and Lebanon were part of the ceasefire. Israel says they weren't, but either way, Israel just had they just went nuts in Lebanon. But the last thing I saw was that Israel is now putting out a thing that says they're looking for talks.
Yes, they're going to
with
be talks in
Lebanon,
Washington.
which means Trump called Bibi.
Yeah.
And,
Knock it off, baby.
because obviously they don't want to stop at that right now. They think they have an advantage. But, if we're going to have a ceasefire, we have to have a ceasefire, okay? Listen, human beings. Listen, fellow human beings, wherever you stand on the war is good, war is bad kind of thing. No matter where you stand, we can stop killing each other for 2 weeks, right? I mean,
yeah, we can do that. We
come
can do 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Hey, 15 days, you get to that 15th day, human beings, you can go right back to killing each other, which, you know, I don't get it, but I'm looking at the world and thinking, wow, you guys really enjoy this stuff. You human beings seem to love to kill each other. But
Eric, I have insatiable bloodlust. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you know, 14 days,
2 weeks
a fortnight?
A fortnight is a long.
It's a
If
Wimbledon.
you put it that way,
It's a Wimbledon.
If you say a fortnight, I can do it.
Okay, that's all. I'm just saying, as a human being, and saying to my fellow human beings, I know a lot of you, I'm just saying, we can stop killing one another for a mere 14 days.
Yeah, but their guard's down, Eric. This is our chance.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody's guard's down for just 2 weeks.
If we pretend.
Isn't it amazing that that it's just so difficult for human beings to decide that for 2 weeks? I mean, 15 days later, you can just pick, if nothing happens,
yeah,
you go right back to all that fun you were having before. We just stopped killing people for 2 weeks. I mean, it's just...
Remember after Operation Midnight Hammer, this was the same thing that happened where both sides, I mean, Trump had to go in there and say they don't know what the F they're doing and had to finally stop it because they kept breaking ceasefires.
I read the New York Times story from a couple of days ago, which is something that everybody should read. I don't have a subscription, but it seems to me that this, at least for me, this was not behind a paywall. So it's available. How Trump took the U.S. to war with Iran. And it's very interesting. So according to this, now this has been out there a couple of days, and people say this and people say that, but this is a litigious bunch there at the administration, and I haven't heard anything yet about how they're going to sue the New York Times for this. My guess is what's in here is true. If you'd like a reading, I'll give you a little bit. If people would request, I'm not just going to do it.
I'd love to hear the sample.
Would you just a sample?
Sure.
I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's quite long, but there's some areas of it of.
Won't fire upon you. A cease reading. Go ahead.
So it's February. Yeah, no firing, no firing missiles while I'm reading. I believe on February 12th, Netanyahu and his team outlined conditions they portrayed as pointing to near certain victory. Now, they had gone into the Situation Room. There was very many members of the administration didn't know this presentation. Netanyahu comes over, gives a presentation. They get into the Situation Room. It's like a 90-minute presentation. Netanyahu is standing in front of a video board, and he has members of Mossad on the video board. So it's Netanyahu and the members of Mossad that are on the video board who are giving the presentation to Trump, Rubio. Vance was somewhere else, so he wasn't in the room. Tulsi Gabbard was not invited, but Hegseth was there, Kushner, Witkoff, obviously General Kane, and a few others, and they give this. And so Netanyahu and his team outlined conditions they portrayed as pointing to near certain victory. Iran's ballistic missile program could be destroyed in a few weeks. The regime would be so weakened that it could not choke off the Strait of Hormuz, and the likelihood that Iran would land blows against U.S. interest in neighboring countries was assessed as minimal. Good. Sounds like they got it all right.
Yep.
Besides, Mossad's intelligence indicated that street protests inside Iran would begin again, and with the impetus of the Israeli spy agency helping to foment riots and rebellion, an intense bombing campaign could foster the conditions for the Iranian opposition to overthrow the regime. The Israelis also raised the prospect of Iranian Kurdish fighters crossing the border from Iraq to open a ground front in the northwest, further stretching the regime's forces and accelerating its collapse. Mr. Netanyahu delivered his presentation in a confident monotone. He's a monotone guy.
That's correct. I'm very monotone. I will tell you this right now.
It seemed to land well with the most important person in the room, the American president. Sounds good to me, Mr. Trump, told the prime minister. To Mr. Netanyahu, this signaled a likely green light for a joint U.S.-Israeli operation. The next day, Vance has arrived, and there's another meeting. And it's just among the people who were in the room who weren't from the Israeli government giving them, and they're talking about it. They took a day to think about what they saw and then come back. And there's some talking that goes on beforehand, and you're getting an idea that Rubio's against it, Vance against it. So when Mr. Trump joined the meeting, Mr. Ratcliffe, It's CIA. Ratcliffe is CIA, I think. Somebody look it up. Make sure. Briefed him on the assessment. Oh, there it is. Yes, right here. The CIA director used one word to describe the Israeli prime minister's regime change scenario. Farcical.
I would have said the same thing. Farcical.
It's a
farcical war.
It's a farcical war. At that point, Mr. Rubio cut in. In other words, it's BS, except he said the full word. Several others jumped in, including J.D. Vance, just back from Azerbaijan, who also expressed strong skepticism about the prospect of regime change. General Kane weighed in. Sir, this is, in my experience, so the guy who's standing next to Hegseth said this in these meetings. Sir, this is, in my experience, standard operating procedure for the Israelis. They oversell, and their plans are not always well developed. They know they need us, and that's why they're hard selling. Within the cabinet, there was only one person who was a big proponent of a military campaign. Can you imagine who that was?
Hegseth.
Oh, yes, indeed it was. He was the only one who's like, hey, we got to go do this, do it now. Tucker Carlson, the commentator who had emerged as another prominent skeptic of intervention on the right, had come to the Oval Office several times over the previous year to warn Mr. Trump that a war with Iran would destroy his presidency. A couple of weeks before the war began, I love this, and I'm ending here. Before the war began, Mr. Trump, who had known Mr. Carlson for years, tried to reassure him over the phone. He said, I know you're worried about it, but it's going to be okay. Mr. Carlson asked how he knew. The answer? Because it always is. That was the answer. How do we know it's going to be okay going to it? Because it always is.
Because it always is.
I mean, could he have said basically because I'm made of magic and everything that I touch works?
I think he said that.
That's basically what he said. Because I'm doing it, Tucker. Yeah. And it always is. So there you have it. Like I said, the most litigious administration in my lifetime. This article's been out there for a couple of days. The New York Times.
Who leaked it?
Well, it's not a matter of leaking. It's it's going to be more than one leak, right? It's a bunch of people from behind the scenes.
Okay.
So some people in that room, has to be some people in that room. You know, I suspect because if you remember before we went to war, we got that leaked story where basically the Pentagon was saying these things aren't true and we don't have this and we don't have that. And so from the very beginning, I have felt that the military has been reluctant to go along with this. But understanding where they fit in the constitutional republic, their job is to execute on what the duly elected president tells them to do. So there was never a chance that they weren't going to do that. But I think that starting there with that first leak, they kind of wanted historians to know down the line what their real thinking was. And you know, so I think that probably a lot of this might have started with Kane, maybe. I mean, he was in the room, and we know that he was against it. What about J.D. Vance? You know, so and now J.D. Vance is going to be the point person on these talks.
But that was
with Iran
because Iran probably wanted that because JD's been against that from the beginning. They probably want somebody that they feel is more on their side of the argument.
And also,
he's not in favor of Iran, but more favor.
I don't know why
Kushner
is there. Why is Kushner there?
Because he and Witkoff were part of the talks that were going on before we killed those people. You know, here's the other thing. We'll know if America and Israel are actually, you know, on the same page with this. If whoever J.D. Vance negotiates with doesn't get killed. Because that's basically the last two rounds. Before Operation Midnight Hammer, they were negotiating, and a bunch of those people, most of them were killed. Weren't they killed in Syria or something? Like they were killed.
No, weren't they in Qatar?
No, but I thought that they were in Syria when they killed him. I'm not sure, but anyway, they killed him. Maybe yes, they were in Qatar because Trump made the Israelis apologize.
Say you're sorry.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, so yeah, they were in Qatar. They got killed, and then we were negotiating before we invaded this time, and a bunch of those negotiators got killed. So my understanding is they know the person that J.D. Vance is going to be negotiating with, And so just take a look over the next couple of weeks. If this guy lives, then maybe Israel and the U.S. are actually on the same page with what they want to do. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but this can't work if Israel and the United States are not walking lockstep. You know, Israel can't surprise the United States. The United States can't surprise Israel. If this is going to work and we're going to get a ceasefire, then we have to be working in tangent. And Israel can't kill the person that J.D. Vance is negotiating with. I know they want to, but you can't get everything you want in the world. You know, sometimes, you get a green light and you're able to kill, and you want to kill a few more people. And then, just like, okay, I know you do, but we've got this other thing here and we're going to try to do that. So we'll go back to where I started as a human being myself. Just tossing it out there to my fellow human beings, no matter where you stand politically or where you stand on this war. I think, like, if you want more war and you think more people need to be killed in order to get to whatever this promised land is that you, in peace and harmony, my thing that I'm saying to you as a fellow human being is, I don't think if we just stop killing people for, 2 weeks, that, I think I want to comfort you. I think there will be plenty of humans killing humans after that. I really do. If you're afraid,
but I need it now.
If you're afraid that if we stop now, we'll never be able to kill each other again, I gotta say, I don't think that's a danger.
What about Cuba? It's closer.
Well, here, there, and everywhere, human beings. Look at history of the world. Human beings are in love with killing other human beings, sometimes for land, sometimes for ideas. I don't get it, but I see it, and I'm just here to say to those who are worried about stopping, I think 2 weeks from now, human beings are still going to kill a lot of other human beings. And if you're one of those people who are worried about stopping, I hope I've come in with a message that comforts you on this Thursday afternoon.
Get any size air conditioner for $69.99 a month, 0 down, an unbeatable lifetime warranty, and ask about clean air upgrades. Visit reliableair.com to book your free estimate today.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation Trajan today.
Call Trajan today at 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Selling your home? You have a choice. You can wait, juggle showings, and hope for the best, or choose Orchard. Get cash up front to buy your next home first, then sell your old one for top dollar. Start with your free home valuation at Orchard.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top story. The FBI sending out a warning to parents today about rising cases involving violent online networks, notably a group known as 764. FBI Special Agent in Charge Brian Osden says they're using exploitation and extortion to get their victims to commit crimes.
These groups achieve their goal by methodically targeting children and other at-risk people through online platforms commonly used by young people.
Atlanta police say they are investigating at least 5 cases that may be connected to violence initiated by this gang. A Lawrenceville man pleads guilty in a fentanyl racket that led to 2 overdose deaths. 47-year-old David Capone Shane Lancaster is sentenced to 30 years in prison. Gwinnett County prosecutors say police investigating overdose deaths in May of 2023 and January of 2024 found both were linked to a fentanyl dealer named Capone. He pleaded guilty to RICO and manslaughter charges. Norcross is the first to join a new multi-agency regional law enforcement response team.
The agreement, unanimously approved by the City Council, calls for mutual coordination between Norcross, Duluth, Lilburn, and Suwannee police departments in certain high-risk public safety and policing activities. Norcross Police Chief Bill Grogan explains, due to staffing limitations, the department is currently unable to safely conduct operations in certain situations.
We can do arrest warrants in hotel rooms and that type of thing, but we couldn't do a house, for example.
The other cities are expected to approve the agreement in the coming weeks. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Even though there is a 2-week ceasefire in the war with Iran, traffic is still moving slowly through the Strait of Hormuz. Gas Buddy's Patrick DeHaan says it may take a while for gas prices to come down.
Expect to see, at least over the weekend, some moderate drops in prices depending on where people are in the country. But where we go from here, still a little bit uncertain to tell whether or not the ceasefire is going to hold up or not.
Gas prices in Georgia today averaging about $3.75 a gallon. It is 3:32. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, here is Alex Williams.
Got some good news in DeKalb County, Bill. That emergency pothole repair that had been out there since last night on 285 North, the outer loop, Chamblee-Tucker Road, it's cleared. Just off the phone with DOT, they confirmed to me that has been fixed and all lanes are open. So great news as we head into the afternoon rush. 285 eastbound, the inner loop, that's volume filling in between Dunwoody and Dorville, approaching I-85. Also, brake lights in DeKalb County, both I-20 east and westbound through that work zone between 285 and the mall at Stonecrest. Here comes that rush on 75 northbound. Folks already heading back from spring break in Florida. I'm seeing brake lights starting in Locust Grove from Bill Gardner Parkway. Stays pretty heavy till you get up to Jonesboro Road, exit number 221. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitt. 72 today with a mostly sunny sky, falling through the 60s this evening. We'll start Friday at 50, sunny and 79 tomorrow afternoon. For the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday will be sunny with highs in the mid-80s.
Right now, 66 in Cummings, 70 in East Point, and 67 in Austell. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Belinda Skelton here, and I'm with Troy Pensa. Took me up on my free offer of a heart scan from Virtual Imaging and has an incredible story to tell.
I had actually signed up for an Ironman triathlon. As a proactive measure, I went to Virtual Imaging to get my heart scan done. Turns out that my score was a little higher than anticipated. Luckily, my primary care physician took serious notice of it, referred me to a cardiologist. I had my stress test and found out I had 3 blockages.
You weren't having any symptoms.
As an athlete and somebody who's been active my entire life, I never thought that I would even have a remote blockage, but turns out that it's hereditary.
You didn't even experience any chest pains?
None whatsoever.
Wow, that's the scary part. What are you waiting for? Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan with few minimum requirements. If not for yourself, then do it for a loved one. Call now at 770-678-SCAN or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com. 770-678-SCAN.
Let me guess, you had a window company come out, sat at your kitchen table for 2 hours,
And by the end of it, you felt trapped in a price that made no sense. I hear that story every single day. Hey, it's Ray, founder of Window Comfort, and we built this company to be the opposite of that experience. No pressure, no games, no inflated pricing, just factory direct windows and honest pricing backed by our unlimited warranty. And right now, we're stacking it. Buy 2 windows, get 2 windows free, free installation, and no payments until 2028. You can finally see what windows should actually cost. You have nothing to lose and everything to save. So go to windowcomfort.com and book your free, no-pressure estimate today.
Better prices, better views. Window Comfort, meant just for you. Window Comfort.
All right, is it ever going to rain again? It's a beautiful day.
Not
here
till
in
the 20th.
Is it really going to be until the 20th?
That's what it said on the. I just
Because it hasn't rained in a while.
Had a little bit over the weekend or Friday, but nothing.
Yeah, just a little bit. Like there was a few days that went by after the trees just put all the yellow gunk, we'll call it, on everything. And it was for a couple of days. I was like driving my car. I couldn't find the hose in the front yard, and I half looked. And I was like, well, it'll rain, surely. I leave my car out in my driveway, so it'll rain. And just day after day after day, finally I had to get the hose because I ain't getting no relief from the rain. I was driving around in a allergy mobile. Literally caked in that yellow allergy stuff.
Even that rain we got over the weekend has provided so much relief, though.
Oh yeah,
I
for
know,
you, and
I feel great.
You feel great. Your nose exploded in blood yesterday
I
during
know,
the show.
I know, but you know
how's
what's
that feeling? Great.
You know what's great? So it doesn't hurt.
Is it because you got a chance to be at a milkshake bar? Is that what made you feel
I
so
did have a
great?
milkshake. That did make me feel good. But I mean,
I want a milkshake.
I want one too. Go back down there right
Yeah,
now. And
yeah. Get me a
chocolate.
Guys will have to come with me next time.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Some chocolate.
They even gave me a hacked milkshake too. It was a chocolate.
Somebody
and
spit in it.
Oh, was it from the Iranian state or Russia? One
It
of those
was,
hackers.
yeah, it was one of those hackers.
State-sponsored hacks.
It was a chocolate and cookies and cream milkshake.
See, I don't
too
want my
much.
milkshakes
Please.
to get too crazy.
You don't know what you're talking about.
All right, listen. It's my show, so I do know what I'm talking
Please.
about.
How do you get the
I will
Oreo
decide.
to the straw?
Oh, it's delicious.
Well, yeah, they chop them up.
Oh,
they puree them.
Then you eat it. Well,
I don't know. Well, I don't know what I don't.
Doesn't that just make it a double
I
chocolate?
think basically you're using a bit of a spoon to get that kind of stuff.
No,
it's almost
no,
like
raw.
what does DQ call it? A flurry or what is it? Blizzard. Yeah, it's a blizzard. Yeah.
I don't like DQ.
Well, okay, that's all right. There's no need for you to go after them, or it's like.
What do they do to you?
Have they harmed you in some way?
It's just not like it was.
Oh, well, nothing's like it was.
Chick-fil-A.
Look at music. You still got to live your life, for heaven's sakes.
Come
You
on,
can't give
Tame
up.
Impala's coming to town this summer. It's going to be
Tame Impala, yeah, well,
fantastic.
yeah, off their worst album ever.
Yeah, that one needs a little bit. I wouldn't say it's the worst ever.
He's singing
but
in the high voice too much. I know the whole band is one person, and it's not. And what's great about Tame Impala is there's no politics. The rest of the band knows that. They know they're there because of
Kevin Parker.
Yes. And if you go to the first couple albums, there's a lot of low register voice, and then there's some high register voice. And then that really cool album they put out that was kind of electronic in like 2015 or something. I can't remember what that was called.
That is the Currents album. That is
Yes.
my favorite album.
Yeah, but a lot more of the high voice. And then the last two have just been seems like all high. I get tired of the high voice.
You didn't like Dracula?
I'm not saying I can like some stuff off it, and I can always dig that he's an artist and he's doing his thing, but the high voice thing all the time, it bores me after a while. It's just like, okay, here's that high voice thing again. Give me some low register, Kevin, every once in a while. That's on Parker, is it?
Kevin
Parker. Give me some low register every once in a while.
He's listening right now.
If you're listening, I'd say you're some kind of genius. I don't know, musical, type of genius type. But just give me some low register. I take it up here all the time, and then the next song is up here all the time and dreamy high voiced up here.
Where I will agree is again.
You follow this band at all? They're very good.
No.
Well, they're very good.
Tame Impala's
Especially
incredibly talented.
The first three albums are very
Listen, I'm listening to 55-year-old Frank Sinatra albums.
Well, listen, there's nothing wrong with that. It's all music, man.
Yes.
No, you just discovered the concept album he put out in
Watertown.
1970. I've not heard it. Kevin Kinney told me about it many years ago, and I have not heard it yet. Now you're saying you enjoy it very much.
Yeah, thank you, algorithms.
Hey, sometimes the algorithms, before they kill us all,
Yeah.
they will allow us
Before
to.
I kill you, how about you enjoy this Frank Sinatra
Yes,
record?
it would seem wrong to wipe you off the planet if you've never heard this Frank Sinatra concept album.
Thanks to us all
Speaking
talking
of Kevin Kenny, Driving Crying has their new album comes out tomorrow.
10th, yes, tomorrow.
Okay, there you go.
Did you release?
Pre-order or download or whatever if you subscribe. However you get your stuff. I've heard it. It's a great album.
I've only heard that one song.
Although when I heard it,
weepy.
none of the songs had a title.
Oh.
Which is weird to listen to an album where you don't know the title, the song
Mirror,
titles.
Mirror is the...
Well, yeah, I know, and that was the single at the time. But all the rest of them, I didn't know the names of them, but they still sounded great. Even without names, they sounded great. Yes?
With your Frank Sinatra algorithm, was it through your release radar that you found it?
No, it was a TikTok or an Instagram Reels video. No, it was actually on YouTube. Sorry, it was on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
It was 50s musical icons who tried to jump into the psychedelic wave of the late 60s.
Yeah, and probably mocking, but it turns out with Frank Sinatra, I don't think that he was trying to become a hippie.
No.
Although it may have been like, hey, let's put out an album that's at a time when concept albums, The Who's, Tommy, and there was a lot of that kind of stuff coming
the
out.
album after that, he did a couple of Beatles songs.
Well, what, like Something or something? You know,
It might be something.
Yeah,
Something in the way she moves me.
For a long time, he would say on stage, I believe this is the best Lennon-McCartney song, and then he had to be told that George Harrison wrote it.
Not easy being green. That's on there as well.
Well, listen, when it comes to Frank Sinatra, I think an Essentials package is really kind of the way to go. But is the Nelson Riddle Orchestra on the concept album?
No, this was done by one of the members or two of the members of the Four Seasons.
Oh, really? And Frankie Valli was only, 87 back then.
Frank heard they did a concept album prior to that was a bomb that also people have come to go, well, this is genius. And Frank heard it and he goes, I want to do something like that.
You know what? While you were talking about Frank Sinatra, I was reminded of that scene from Spinal Tap where the chauffeur won't stop talking about Sammy Davis's book.
Oh, yeah,
and they
yeah.
just like,
Is that Bruno Kirby?
Yeah. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Have you ever seen Spinal Tap?
I have not.
Here's the thing. When you watch it, if you ever watch it, like 7 times where you'll go, oh, that's what that is. Like, there are so many touch tones in what people say. Hello, Cleveland. All of these things will happen where you'll go, oh, my goodness, I've been hearing that for forever. The new one I heard was great.
I haven't seen it.
My wife saw it.
I don't want to be disappointed.
I don't think you'd be disappointed. Enough people that I know have seen it. And, it makes sense because there's a lot of old bands that are still on tour. So it's not like they have to create something.
Right.
It's easy to parody, right? The Rolling Stones at 80 being out on tour is easy to parody, and all these other bands as well. Here's my problem. I'm going to have to get further away from the Rob Reiner murder thing. Because I'm just like the first one, I'm sure he's in it a lot as the director, interviewing them. And I just can't. It's just a weird thing for me. My YouTube algorithm has been throwing, like All in the Family scenes at me. And those first 2 years are just unbelievable. Great scenes. But I just, his character's in it. And I just can't not think of like that horrible scene. Well,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm going to need more. Spinal Tap is a comedy. Spinal Tap 2 is a comedy. And I just not, every time I see that guy, I'm just going to think of like, oh my God, that horrific, Friday the 13th kind of ending that came
That's
up.
not in the movie.
Huh?
That's
no,
not-
but I think about it.
Okay.
I mean, I think about it. I immediately, and then that makes it difficult for me to laugh. I'm hoping that I can get to a point because I want to see it.
So Spinal Tap 2 must have been was that his last?
Yeah, it was just only a couple of years ago.
I know. Yeah, I don't know if he was working on anything else.
No, he hadn't had you couldn't call Spinal Tap 2 a hit either, but it was very well received.
Mm-hmm.
But he had stopped making great movies. I think it happens to everybody in like 2010 or something. Like his great movies kind of stopped around 2000. I don't know what his last.
There was a big
great
push
one was.
When you would go to streamers recently, obviously with what
Well,
happened.
because when somebody dies, they throw,
They start-
here's the best of whatever.
And there were a couple of, I guess, Netflix-only movies that Tina and I watched, and they were very forgettable. Even
Yeah,
now,
I would
I'm like,
imagine so. Yeah.
I mean, the messages were clear.
Yeah, but let's not forget that he has made some of the greatest movies
for sure. Yeah, I'm not here to
from
downplay.
the 80s forward, So I mean, he'd done his part. This is why Quentin Tarantino is talking about, or always has been talking about, only doing 10 movies.
Right.
I think because he's looked at most great directors and thought most of them have 10 great movies, and then he don't want to have a bunch of stinkers at the end. But he said that a few years ago, and he hasn't embarked upon that 10th movie yet.
I think he's working on a series, but I'm not sure.
Right. He started one, remember it was going to be called The Critic or something like that?
Yeah.
And they started it, and then I guess then it wasn't, or I don't know if it actually started production, but I think they were beginning to cast it. Certainly the screenplay had been, I remember reading about it, and then he decided, no, I'm not doing that. The 10th one maybe was going to be a Star Trek movie, and of course the Star Trek people being in their infinite wisdom with that IP, they say, go to hell. We don't need no Quentin Tarantino. But that would have been a bloody Star Trek, man.
From 92 up until Spinal Tap, I've only seen one of the movies after A Few Good Men.
Okay, when did A Few Good Men come
1992.
out? Okay, so what was the one that you saw?
Albert Brooks Defending My Life, which was a documentary. I didn't watch LBJ or any of these movies. He made looks like 12 or 13.
Defending Your Life?
No. Defending My Life. Defending Your Life is a movie that he's in, but this is a documentary about Albert Brooks.
Oh, okay. And was that a good documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, kind of he lost it after all. He made great movies, though. One of the people don't talk about is his second movie, which I saw when it came out, and I loved it. I haven't seen it since then. I don't know how well it stands up, but The Sure Thing.
That's a good movie.
That was a really, really funny movie.
Major sinkhole in southeast Atlanta. Weather.
Temperatures that are about 20 degrees below average.
Traffic.
New crash in Kennesaw.
Everything you need to know before you start your day.
Triple Team Traffic checks I-75 for you.
Atlanta's morning news. Tomorrow starting at 5.
Wake up with 95.5 WSB. How Atlanta starts its day.
Skip the spring cleaning and sell your home hassle-free with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our guaranteed offer is the easiest way to sell your home. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can bypass the market, receive the strongest cash offer in the industry, and close in as little as 21 days. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum value. One of our clients, Caitlin, said, selling a home with Mark Spain Real Estate was easy. We didn't have to worry about our home selling or making expensive repairs. Their entire process was simple, and we sold the house for more than we thought we could. I've served homeowners just like you for 30 years, and I've helped over 72,000 satisfied clients sell their homes stress-free and for top dollar. Trust the top real estate team in the U.S. and close with confidence. Find out what the guaranteed offer would be on your home. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
Pay to play, sweetheart deals, government land grabs, and a rigged gambling law. Corrupt career politician Burt Jones made a fortune in public office. But it gets worse. Now Jones is in the tank for illegal Chinese vapes. They're poisonous, they're addicting our kids, and President Trump issued a national order to ban them. But just like a career politician, Burt Jones ignored Trump's order and blocked legislation to stop the sale of illegal Chinese vape pens in Georgia. That's right, Jones ignored Trump and blocked the legislation to ban them right here in Georgia. Why? Because the Jones family is making big bucks selling the same deadly addictive Chinese vapes Trump banned in their gas stations. Corrupt career politician Burt Jones. He sold out Georgia, for Chinese vapes.
Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Visit my friends at Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort. This is Scott Slade. They specialize in exquisite handcrafted fine jewelry and natural mined diamonds, never mass-produced. It's where I've been doing business for over 25 years. Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. An elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
In the way she moves.
Ooh.
Attracts me like no other lover.
Not as good as the original, huh?
And he would say, I believe this is the best Lennon McCartney song ever. Like, hey, it's a George Harrison song.
Nobody cares about that dude. Here comes the sun. Doobie doobie.
Doo. Jared Yamamoto, I mentioned earlier, maybe a little we talked about how he's always happy, but there is a happy spectrum, and he's at the lower end of the happy spectrum. Not for one reason is because we don't have a milkshake bar here.
You know, I was reminded though, going upstairs here at WSB,
I got myself some good Starbucks coffee.
We've got a Starbucks machine.
Yeah.
They don't have that at Chick's.
Going away, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Of course. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? Because the people at the top will look at it. Hey, we'll get the same. This isn't adding any revenue. People are still going to go to work. And why would you just give the people who work there just some kind of nice thing? I don't see how that adds to the productivity here at all.
Are you serious, Tim?
I just heard a rumor. It's going away.
Of course it's going away because you got to subscribe to stuff like that because it has to constantly be maintained and,
Man, I just
you got to add
learned
the top beans and all that. I don't want to pay for those top beans.
Those top beans are
We're owned by a private equity group. Get the beans at Kohl's. Go to Kohl's and buy the beans wholesale.
I learned how to troubleshoot.
These idiots will go to work and do their jobs.
You know how everything's on the touch screen, right? On that Starbucks machine. I figured out where the secret buttons are on there. One of the guys, the techs that came in here to work on it, showed me. He's like, hey, if you
That's
hold...
not figuring out, by the way. You were shown.
Well,
figuring out, you wouldn't have somebody
he showed it to me one time, and then I found there are other places, other buttons you can press. And
wow.
And so I've learned that machine.
Jared taught me how to empty the filter bucket. So if it says the coffee's not working, that's the first thing I check. I do it.
Save that for the eulogy. Jared.
Jared was a lot of things, but he could troubleshoot a coffee machine like nobody's business.
Yes, I guarantee you're not just going to have something that these days in the way corporate America is. You're not going to have something that is just, you know what? It's just a nice thing for the people who work there. So, where are we getting more product? If we took those out, we would save, and then the margin.
Hey, we already gave you the watered-down garbage coffee.
Yeah. Well,
what's wrong with that?
Hey, who's complaining about that? Come complain to my face.
You got to put 2 of the packets in there to make it strong enough to drink, and then people.
There's a guy up there on the second floor. I've told you about it. He's just his office plate just says efficiencies, and you go in and he looks at the stuff and he goes. This coffee, we could be more efficient. We could be more efficient.
Bring it from home. That's what I'm hearing.
Where are his hands when
Let
he's...
Von Hessler buy him coffee if he thinks it's so damn important.
When he says that, Eric, where are his hands?
His hands?
Yeah, where are his hands?
In his lap.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, you're not going to believe it, but I just found more efficiencies. And that's the only thing that matters. Remember that, business people. It's the only thing that matters is efficiencies.
You got a drinking fountain. What more do you want?
Yeah.
Listen, with everybody on spring
You're
break,
lucky we let you even drink while you're there.
at least this week, with all of our corporate friends on spring break for the most part. I know when I send
I don't
emails,
have any corporate friends.
You don't? Not here?
I have.
What about the sales team? Okay, I'm including the sales team in that. They work a more corporate 9 to 5 than we do.
They do?
No comment.
Yeah.
Sit home, get high all day, and call people. Tough. Oh, hey, I'm talking about what I did when I did radio sales for 3 months. I did 3 months.
Go through the phone book.
Hey, you want to buy some ads? Okay, bye.
You don't want to be the only
the phone
garage
book, man. You're
door
really
operator or whatever, not on WSB.
You don't want to be the only adult bookstore on the west side that's not on Buzz 96.2 or whatever the hell it was.
I think probably the people who are actually working sales maybe were better at it than you or me.
Yeah.
I could never sell. I couldn't sell anything.
You guys should have been a tandem, a duo.
Tim and I?
Yeah,
we could have gotten high together and just knocked off and gone to the park.
I did. I played Xbox all day, and then I would put my tie back on and go in, and these are the people I called. I'm leaving.
It's like when guys like us get a sales job, it's kind of like getting like government work where all you have to do is prove you were there.
Yeah.
Until somebody finds out.
Here's
and,
my ticket. Yeah, I was saved by Dave FM. Hey, do you want to be a marketing director? Yes.
Well, that went well. They're still around.
Hey, I left before they did.
That was good marketing. I got to tell you.
Yeah.
No, listen. Selling is an art that I was never able to master. But I don't know how many actual friends. I think they all hate me, but that's okay.
Well, with all of our
most people do.
With all of our friends on the sales side and our corporate overlords on the second floor on vacation this week, we have been very efficient. The coffee machine hasn't had any errors this week.
I know.
Any issues.
I know, because you don't have a bunch of people using it.
Yeah,
that's
so
the other thing about those coffee machines is they take a lot of maintenance. They gunk up, and you have to have somebody whose job it is to take care of the machine. And, we had a guy for that, but we cut him for efficiencies.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You need a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. Switch today. Get started with a great offer as low as $60 a month. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Offer ends 6/1/26. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet and security edge. 1-year agreement, eco-bill, and autopay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Most financial advisors only manage your money. They refer you out for taxes. They refer you out for estate planning. They refer you out when things get complicated. Did they really vet that person? Or did they meet once, exchange business cards, and call it a partnership? A referral isn't accountability. It's a handoff. When your investments, taxes, and estate plan are built separately, gaps happen, and those can cost money. At Trajan, we didn't build a referral network. We built a family office for all. Wealth, tax, estate. One team delivering coordinated planning once reserved for the ultra-wealthy. And not just introductions, call Trajan Wealth today.
Call Trajan today at 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top local story, it's a warning to parents. The FBI says violent online networks are targeting kids across the country, including here in Georgia.
According to the FBI, 50 tips related to these online networks are being investigated here in Georgia. Special Agent in Charge Brian Osden says these groups try to sow chaos and destruction by coercing victims into committing crimes ranging from bomb threats to animal cruelty.
These groups achieve their goal by methodically targeting children and other at-risk people through online platforms commonly used by young people.
The FBI is treating these cases as terrorism, and they're urging parents to keep an eye on their kids, especially when they're online. At FBI Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
71 degrees in Atlanta. Big warm-up coming for the weekend. Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A Lawrenceville man enters a guilty plea today in connection with a deadly fentanyl racket. Here's a report all new at 4 o'clock.
It was a criminal enterprise which killed 2 men. Now the man accused of selling fentanyl pleads guilty in Gwinnett County to 10 counts, including racketeering and involuntary manslaughter. The Gwinnett DA's office says police investigating 2 men's fatal overdoses in 2023 and 24 found both were linked to David Shane Lancaster, nicknamed Capone. Capone is now sentenced to 30 years in prison. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
It remains to be seen if Iran will show up for peace talks scheduled for this weekend in Pakistan with the United States. Correspondent Karen Travers reports Iran's deputy foreign minister says on social media Israel must stop its attacks on Lebanon first.
That foreign minister also saying, at this moment, as I'm talking, I hope we can proceed to go to Pakistan. That is not sounding very firm. You also heard from the Iranian president who said that if Israel continues these attacks, the negotiations could be rendered meaningless. And they said that Iran's hands will stay on the trigger and they will never abandon their Lebanese brothers and sisters.
New security measures for this weekend's Dogwood Festival after last week's deadly shooting at Piedmont Park.
Additional officers will be placed in the park, both on foot, bicycle, and horseback. We have additional officers on foot, vehicle, and motorcycle patrolling the streets into Piedmont Park.
Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum says they're also asking people to be vigilant and report anything that looks out of place. He says the department has good leads on the suspects wanted for opening fire last Saturday at the park, killing a 16-year-old girl and injuring another. Burglars target ATMs at a couple of Cobb County businesses.
The front windows of the Family Dollar and a coin laundry at the Hawthorne Plaza in Mapleton are smashed after thieves ram a vehicle into the front of the building in an effort to get to the cash machines. Cobb County police say both businesses on Veterans Memorial Highway have significant damage after the early morning break-in. The suspects removed ATMs from both businesses but were only able to get away with one. Police are still investigating. Jennifer Perry, 95.5 WSB.
An arrest in a deadly shooting this week in DeKalb County. The shooting victim found along I-285 at Glenwood Road Tuesday morning. Today, DeKalb police arrest 45-year-old Anessa Burton and charge her with murder. Police say 50-year-old Tywarn Jones was shot during an argument at a location on Marbott Road. A witness took the victim from that scene and called for help on 285. Waymo is helping you avoid potholes.
We have our fair share here in Atlanta, potholes, and they can cause significant damage to your vehicle, even cause crashes. Now, Waymo driverless taxis in our city will report potholes to drivers who use Waze. It's a pilot program that's being tested out in 5 cities. Atlanta's one of them, and they do plan to expand this program to every state where Waymo operates. And users of Waze will be able to also verify the Waymo-identified potholes, which they say will increase the accuracy of the data. So far, more than 500 potholes have been identified in the program. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Bartow and Pickens counties are included in an effort this week to help prevent the spread of rabies. The USDA is dropping oral rabies vaccine baits from low-flying airplanes and helicopters in several northwest Georgia counties. The packets of vaccine coated with fish crumbles are designed to attract raccoons. The agency says anyone who finds a bait should leave it alone and allow wildlife to find it. It is 4:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Busy in DeKalb County right now, Bill. Got a crash. Just found this one on the jam cam in Clarkston. 285 southbound, the inner loop East Ponce, exit 40. Partially in that left lane. No first responders on scene yet, so I expect that left lane to get completely blocked when they arrive. Delays already stacking up behind it back into Tucker. In DeKalb County, it's a right lane stall jamming you up. This is I-20 westbound just past Panola Road. Delays back to the mall at Stonecrest. And 20 eastbound, slow through the work zone from 285 out past Panola Road. What's it looking like through downtown Atlanta, Stephanie Stallworth?
It's fully loaded heading northbound, 7585. Heading up from near Langford Parkway, approaching University past I-20 on into Midtown. Southbound 7585, you know the lineup. Trying to get past Atlantic Station down towards I-20 is in play. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad. It's clear sky and comfortable temperatures as we head through this evening. It'll be chilly by Friday morning, down to 50 in town, mid-upper 40s in the suburbs, but sunny and warm tomorrow afternoon, high 78. Sunshine in mid-80s this weekend.
66 in Mableton, 70 in College Park, 68 in Union City. More news at 4:30, breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Tim Andrews is, like the doctrinaires are now picking up these gigs where they judge things. Like Jared, a couple weeks ago, you were judging rock bands.
Battle of the Bands, and I did a wing contest, a wing eating contest.
Oh, yeah? How'd that go?
Did pretty well.
Oh, it was a wing eating. Like you were judging. Well, you either, that's pretty
You
much.
didn't eat them fast enough.
I mean, you
so it's I guess it's a wing tasting.
Tasting, yeah.
That's a better way of describing it.
And did the panelists all have to agree 100% on the winner?
No,
or?
you can't. I mean, we had
Well,
like
who wins? How many people were on the panel?
So there were 7 of us on the panel.
Okay, so it's got to be at least 4.
Yeah, and I
for
believe
a winner.
And then you had to pick your top 3, and then of those top 3, there was like a 3-point, 2-point, 1-point system.
Oh, it was like that way.
It was very complicated.
Like the way they vote in New York City. Was that like
ranked choice?
Ranked choice.
Yeah,
it was ranked choice.
Ranked choice wings.
That's pretty typical. I've done a lot of. I don't want
yeah,
to brag. I've done a lot of chili cook-offs. I've done a lot of chili cook-offs in my day.
My bad.
And so, where are you going to be? What are you judging? You're judging comedy.
The Punchline Comedy Club is doing the World Series of Comedy, where a lot of, and they're not just local. They're young comedians doing 5 minutes.
So it's like a battle of the bands, but with comedians.
Yes, and maybe Kill Tony without all the jerks on the panel.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't think we're going to be heckling them.
Well, I think you should.
No, I'm not doing that.
No, you're not going to
do
that?
No, but I'm going tonight. I'm going to be one of the judges this evening, and I'm looking forward to it.
I have trouble judging things because I don't like to. I don't like conflict in that way. You know, like I can't even watch shows like American Idol. Like I don't want to see somebody be told that their dream is over.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of people enjoy that, and I'm not judging that. Look, that's good entertainment. And you know what? These people need to be told. You're better off to be told when you're like 23. Although I can't remember who this was, but I saw this interview with somebody who was very successful at whatever the hell it was that they did, and they told this story that they were, I think they were like a budding violinist or something when they were growing up, and they were quite good, and went to a music school and all that, and then some famous violinist, came to their class one day or whatever, and I guess they put on a show for him, whatever. And so this guy's telling the story because he was so successful, and later on he met that violinist, and he wanted to tell that violinist because that violinist that day said, "You really don't have it, and you should probably do something else." And the guy took it as the best advice he ever got because he stopped playing the violin and then went into whatever it was that he was one of the best, some business entrepreneurial role that he had. And so he meets this guy years later, and he walks up to tell him, he said, "I want to tell you that you gave me the best advice I ever got in my life when I was like 15 or 16 years old." And he said, "Oh yeah, what was that advice?" I said, "Well, I was playing violin, and you came and saw me, and you told me that I didn't have what it takes, and that I need to do something else for a living." And the violinist said, Oh, I tell that to everybody just to see who has what it takes to keep on going.
Is this Yitzhak Perlman? He's the only violinist I know.
I don't know. And so that's my thing is I have trouble being the person telling somebody, I want everybody to win. That's a problem that I have. I want everybody to win. So I can't, listen, we need cutthroat doctrinaires such as yourselves to go out there and, get the, what do they call it? The separate the wheat from the chaff.
Yes.
And to me, I would, put the chaff in there. I'll get over it.
It
I'll pick it out. I'll be all right.
It is tough when somebody has worked really hard at their craft, right? Whether it's a comedy routine, a band playing, and you do have to compare it to somebody else. It is tough to go in there and say, hey, I know that you're creative and you've been working your butt off to get here, but you're just not good enough.
Well, they already get a grade. It's like signing your name on your SAT. You're up there doing something that a lot of people can't do.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it. I don't want to do it. I'm afraid to do it. You know what I mean? And they're doing 5 minutes.
The worst thing you want to hear when you're doing stand-up, because when I used to do stand-up, when the show was over, a lot of times you would, like all three, like I was usually the MC, and then you'd have a middle act and then the headliner. And a lot of comedy clubs, they would want like all three of you to kind of be near the exit, so as the audience is going out, you can say goodbye or whatever. And so they would come up and oh, you were great, blah blah blah. And there's nothing worse than getting something like you know what? It takes a lot of courage to get up there. Okay. Right.
Oh boy,
Can't you just tell me I stunk?
Yeah.
Boom! Smash down. I know you're. Somehow that is hurting me more than if you just would have said, "Boy, you stunk."
I don't know. MCing has to sometimes be the hardest job.
It's actually
Because you have to be funny.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You have to not bomb.
Yeah.
You have to be okay. You have to be likable enough. The worst, the only time it's bad, or as I recall, the many times I did it back in the 80s and 90s, mostly early 90s, the worst part is because as an MC, you do go out and do your 10 minutes. Like the first time you're on stage, that's your set. And then you just come back in between acts, tell a couple of jokes, work the crowd so that people can go to the bathroom, order drinks before the next act gets up there, so they don't have to deal with that nonsense going on. But if you bomb in that first 10 minutes, it's the worst place to bomb because you have to keep going back to face the audience who, an hour ago let everybody know that they thought that you were terrible. And that's a little bit of a skill in itself, is because you can't take anger back up there. You hate these people. You hate them. They hate you. But, if you want to get a paycheck at the end of the week, you got to go up there. It's like when you bomb as an MC and then you have to go back up couple more times in front of the audience. It's like if somebody beat you up in the parking lot and then you're forced to have a beer with them at the bar. It's like, well, you got to be nice. They just beat the hell out of me in the parking lot. Just clean your nose up and get up there and have a drink with them. So I appreciate the fact that you guys are out there. I consider you ambassadors of the Von Hessler doctrine.
That's why I'm wearing my Von Hessler
Oh, you don't?
merch.
Well, we don't. That's right. Well, you are in the way because we have none. Ladies
you're
and
wearing
gentlemen.
the brand? Look at you got WSB on there.
That's not the Von Hessler doctrine.
Well, it's our station.
We have no, like Shelley Winter has shirts.
Mm-hmm. He pays for them himself.
I know that.
He's got a guy.
We just had the conversation about the coffee machine. I think that they're paying for that?
Well, I'm saying that you could always buy some stuff and sell it.
Yeah, but
give it away.
What's it going to do?
Don't use the logo.
I'm always like not always, from time to time I'm taken into these presentations and I'm just told, there's no reason to do it. You don't make any money. It's hard.
Right.
I was taken into some presentation and I was shown that, okay, this is the show in the whole company that sells the most merch. And it was shown then they don't make any money.
Who, Dave Baker?
There's no reason. I'm talking about the whole company.
That's what I'm
Other
saying.
cities.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Other cities.
Oh, okay.
But of course, Dave Baker, with his crawl space shirts.
You got my crawl space shirt and my official Velcro wallet.
I love the one where it says on the back, "I'll unclog your pipe." I love that in the back.
Good stuff, man.
Great shirt.
Double entendre. Always works.
Dave will always take care of you.
But I say to my audience, the Von Hessler doctrine, we proudly have no merch store. Because I don't know about everybody else, but I get a little tired of everything that I click on everything that I watch, everybody's trying to push me to a Patreon subscription, buy them a cup of coffee. Here's my merch store. Am I really going to wear a T-shirt about a YouTube channel that talks about the Beatles?
Yeah.
I mean, I love the Beatles and I love these channels and I enjoy them, but it just doesn't seem like kind of I'm going to get one of their wallets.
Harlan Williams draws his own art on T-shirts and sells those on his merch.
Okay, and you could do stuff like that. I've encouraged you.
I don't know how to draw on shirts.
Yeah, well, I know that, but there are processes by which they can take the things you draw.
Yeah.
It is 2026.
That's true.
He's wearing a merch shirt. There you go. Right, a podcast thing. It's
Last podcast on the left.
Yeah. So, wait a minute. That's the one which one is that? Which one is that, Trent?
Last Podcast on the Left is a show that's been going on for the last 15 years.
Oh.
And their hosts, Henry, Marcus, and Ed, they cover true crime, cryptids, like the spooky and things like that.
Oh, I see.
But they're funny.
Yes. Okay. Well, good. I'm glad. And I just don't see. Okay. Well, that makes more sense to me than wearing a shirt of a YouTube channel that reviews things.
Theo Vaughn. Trent, next time you work with us, make sure you have some Von Hessler Doctor.
No, it's impossible.
Oh, dang it.
I don't know if anybody wanted to start one. Autumn says that she has them.
Yeah, she's been keeping all the money to herself.
Oh,
so
no.
She's living the high life.
No wonder she's off, gallivanting around the globe.
She's in the Bahamas this weekend.
Yeah, of course, with her latest boy. I think she's there with Mike Vrabel, the coach of the
Hey, they're friends. They're just friends.
They're just friends, yeah. Friends that
just
lift each other up.
Guys, I thought that first, but
yeah.
No, there's something going on there. You see the picture where they have interlocking fingers?
Yes.
You don't do that. Yeah,
That's a trust exercise.
Yeah, Eddie, you don't do interlocking fingers unless there's something that comes after the interlocking fingers are the beginning of something that more interlocking to come. We can put it that way.
Really close.
Yeah. And as a Bills fan, anything that can knock the Patriots. Although I saw Craig Carton said something that's probably true. He said that this will make him more popular in the locker room because the players are like, hey, coach, you're living the life we're living. We all cheat on our girlfriends and wives. Let's say hello to Alex Williams. Alex says there's a crash on 285 in Clarkston.
Hey, good afternoon, Eric, and to the doctrinaires as well. Yeah, watching this crash, still no help with it yet. It's on a very narrow left shoulder, 285 southbound, the inner loop, East Ponce, exit 40. We expect that left lane to get blocked once police arrive on scene. You're already stacked up behind it as you leave I-85. Heads up out in DeKalb County, stall in the right lane, I-20 westbound past Panola Road, exit 71. That's why you're slow out towards Lithonia. And Traffic Trooper Jeff just let us know traffic lights malfunctioning in Conyers, Highway 138 at I-20. Treat that intersection as a four-way stop. We're also checking the ride on 285 over on the west side of town with the help of Stephanie Stallworth.
You're slowing in stretches there on the west side, 285 west and south outer loop from 400 down past Truist Park. Gets heavier as you head down towards I-20 on the west side. Inner loop expect to be below the limit Langford, heading up towards I-20 Fulton County. Update sponsored by CumminsRecall.com. Recall 67A mobile appointments are now available in your area. They come to you quick and under an hour. Complete the recall to get $500 plus a warranty worth thousands. Schedule at CumminsRecall.com. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Get your medical questions answered and start living a happy and healthy lifestyle with the Doctors on Call, presented by Northside Hospital. Every Sunday at 8 a.m., we'll be joined by a specialist from Northside Hospital to discuss various medical topics that will be impacting you and your family. This week, Dr. Melham Soul, a hematologist, oncologist, and blood cancer specialist, will take your calls. Tune in this Sunday at 8 a.m. for the Doctors on Call, presented by Northside Hospital on 95.5 WSB.
If you're injured in an accident, you're wondering, what law firm can you trust with your case? Because every lawyer says they fight hard, every commercial says they win big, but they're not all the same. It's Mark Aram. Here's what makes Sweet James accident attorneys different. Many of the attorneys at Sweet James used to work defending insurance companies. They saw how injured people were treated, how profits were put ahead of people, and they were sickened by it. So they switched sides. Now they use that inside knowledge to fight for injured accident victims across Georgia, and they've recovered over $2 billion for their clients. When you're hurt in an accident, you need a firm that knows how to build a strong case, bring in the right experts, and fight for the treatment, money, and justice you deserve. Insurance companies know who Sweet James is, and they know they won't back down because to them, your family. If you've been seriously hurt in an accident, call Sweet James. 800-9-MILLION. That's 800-9-MILLION. 800-900-0000 or online at sweetjames.com.
Are your floors looking tired, scratched, or just dated? You don't have to wait months for a beautiful new look. At Peach State Hardwood, you can start your flooring project in 1 week or less. With expert installation, lifetime craftsmanship warranty, and an in-house team that handles everything, from moving your furniture to cleaning up after. A stress-free home refresh is closer than you think. Peach State Hardwood, beautiful floors, zero hassle, ready in a week. Schedule your free estimate today at peachstatehardwood.com.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today.
Call Trajan today at 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at trajanwealth.com.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Our website has always been ngwindows.com, and now our company name is the same. It's Ted and Jonathan, and North Georgia Replacement Windows is now NG Windows.
Shorter name, same great stress-free experience. Our Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows are not big and bulky, and now neither is our name.
We love it so much we upgraded our jingle.
Infinity by Marvin from NG Windows, yeah!
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
It's the hardest working part of your home, your garage door. When it fails, you need someone you can trust. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. When the largest and most important opening of your home breaks, don't hire a schmo. Call the local name you know, All Four Seasons. Ask your neighbors. We offer upfront pricing, free estimates on all major brands, and 24/7 service. When trust matters, trust us. All the #4 seasonsgarages.com.
I don't know what. So there's a new Truth Social that's up. It's just some sort of generated photo. It's the White House in the background.
That's right.
It's an octagon, and Donald Trump and Dana White, who is he's the head of Storm Clouds.
Very much
and so this must be for that match that's going to happen on the White House lawn on July 4th. Does
Well,
that happen?
first of all, the artist who designed this image, it took him 30 seconds.
He's very good at prompting
Yes.
in Chat GPT.
The 4th of July, the whatever, 250 thing.
Yeah.
We
American
will
250.
desecrate the sacred grounds of the White House with the most brutal impact sport between men. And some women, but men.
Can you imagine, like, if you're like 7 years old? Go back to, I was 12 in the bicentennial, 1976. It was a very, very wholesome thing as far as, But can you imagine being like, 8 or 9 years old, and you're celebrating 250th the way that I did when I was 12, and the bicentennial. And part of the celebration is somebody's just beating the holy hell out of somebody. Just blood flying everywhere.
We want blood everywhere. Blood. Beautiful blood all over the White House lawn.
Or Gerald Ford. We'll have Andre the Giant fighting Muhammad Ali for the bicentennial.
Why not? This country's just wacky. I mean, in its most benign state, it's just wacky at this point. So why not have some sort of like, what do you call it? What are those kind of matches called? It's not a death sport, but it's a blood sport. Certainly.
It is a blood sport, yeah.
Like they're all blood sports, I guess. But,
that's a good movie too.
I mean, in a way, I Am Being. Is it a good movie?
Yeah, if you like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? I don't know. I think that I'm a little bit of a hypocrite because I love. Well, I guess you're either a hypocrite or not. You're not really. There's no degrees there. So I think I probably am a hypocrite.
Well, it's your show. You can.
I can. Yeah. Well, get the hypocrite spectrum going on.
Yeah, we already have the
happy hypocrites. Because I'm such a big fan of the NFL and college football, and that's brutal. But they have helmets on and stuff, and you're not around when they're retired and they can't close their eyes without seeing, being haunted for the last 25, 30 years of their life because their brain won't work anymore. But I'm not there to see it. You can really see it when blood is gushing out of somebody's face.
That's why I like it. So you want to have a football game on the White House lawn on July 4th?
Too boring.
Yeah, too many. Yeah, we want.
Hey, we'll get Biden out there. He'll be a flanker back. He'll represent the presidents.
He used to be a flanker back.
Put me in, Coach.
Alex Williams says it's a bumper-to-bumper ride on 285 in DeKalb.
All due to this crash, still hugging the narrow left shoulder in Clarkston. 285 southbound, the inner loop at East Ponce, exit number 40. That's why you're stacked up leaving I-85. Before that, 285 eastbound, a few brake lights between Ashford, Dunwoody, and Peachtree Boulevard. And we're also watching more trouble spots in DeKalb County, this time on I-20, Stephanie Stallworth.
Yeah, it's heavy volume through the work zone. 20 west out of Stonecrest. Crash near Panola Road has some extra slowdowns for you there. Also slow exiting as you ramp from 285 north to 20, headed eastbound out towards Panola. Friends heading out to Conyers, malfunctioning traffic signals. Highway 138 at the ramps to I and from I-20. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Every spring, I look forward to sitting outside and enjoying my yard, but mosquitoes can ruin that fast. That's why I trust family-owned and operated Arrow Exterminators. For over 62 years, they've protected homes and businesses with effective, environmentally friendly mosquito control and great customer service. So if you want to enjoy your yard all spring and summer, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com and tell them Belinda sent ya.
Hi, it's Dale from TrustDale.com. I've trusted America's Best Choice for more than a decade for windows, doors, siding, decks, and roofing. Their exclusive 3-way warranty, including my $10,000 Make It Right guarantee, protects you if something goes wrong.
Thanks, Dale. At America's Best Choice, we deliver the best exterior solutions that provide long-term value for your home. Schedule your free in-home estimate now at abcwin.com. No pressure, no gimmicks. America's Best Choice. Quality you can trust, prices you can afford.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Access to affordable credit helps me pay my employees, but I don't really need it.
Inflation is killing me. But who cares? Big retailers are making record profits. That's why we support the Durbin Marshall credit card bill.
See? Banks and credit unions help small businesses make payroll. This bill would cut the vital resources they need.
While increasing megastore profits. They deserve it, don't they?
Tell Congress, stop the Durbin Marshall money grab for corporate megastores.
Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
Why does it matter that D. Geller & Son is Atlanta's first diamond wholesaler? Because we get first dibs. When diamonds come to Atlanta, they come to D. Geller & Son first. A bunch of diamonds that look the same on paper, but there's about 1 in every 10 that you can see from across the room. So we keep the good one, we pack the rest back up, and they go somewhere else, usually a big box store that's not quite as picky. That means the same color, same clarity, and same price gets you more brilliance, more sparkle, more bang for your diamond buck at D. Geller & Son in Kennesaw and Sandy Springs. Online at dgeller.com.
I remember brushing my hair and looking down and thinking, oh my gosh, do I have any hair left?
I used to look at women with thick, beautiful hair and think, why doesn't my hair look like that?
My thinning hair is making me feel so old.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. With clinically proven ingredients like apple extract, biotin, and millet, Hair Volume nourishes your hair follicles to promote thicker, healthier-looking hair. Say goodbye to shedding, thin, and dull hair, and hello to thick, healthy hair with Hair Volume.
Since taking Hair Volume, the shedding has all but stopped.
Now, instead of being jealous of other women's hair, I have friends who are jealous of mine.
My hairdresser couldn't believe the difference in my hair. Now she's using Hair Volume too.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com, or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
If you're hurt in a car, trucking, or motorcycle wreck, what you do next matters. Call Sweet James Accident Attorneys, 800-9-MILLION. The firm that cares, the firm that wins. Sweet James. Pay nothing until they win. 800-900-0000 or online at sweetjames.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top story in a surprise announcement today. First Lady Melania Trump speaks out about Jeffrey Epstein rumors. She says she was never friends with Epstein and calls those who have made claims to the contrary mean-spirited.
The first time I crossed paths with Epstein was in the year 2000 at an event Donald and I attended together. At the time, I had never met Epstein and had no knowledge of his criminal undertakings.
The First Lady also calls on Congress to allow the victims of the convicted child sex offender to testify in public, saying it's time for the truth to come out. It is 71 degrees in Atlanta after dropping down near 50 tomorrow morning. How much of a warm-up is on the way? Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. The FBI is warning parents of rising cases involving violent online networks, notably by a group known as 764. FBI Special Agent in Charge Brian Osdent says the group targets children and uses exploitation and extortion to get victims to commit crimes.
This is a form of violence motivated by a hatred of society and a drive to cause the collapse through indiscriminate chaos and destruction.
Atlanta police say they're investigating at least 5 cases that may be connected to violence initiated by this gang. Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum gives an update today on the deadly shooting at Piedmont Park. He says they are receiving a great response from the public a day after releasing photos of 3 possible suspects.
So the BOLO we put out yesterday, 3 individuals that we want to speak with, we believe have key information on who pulled the triggers in the park that has been very fruitful.
A $15,000 reward is offered for any information that leads to an arrest and conviction. Several South Gwinnett police departments joined forces to form a special new law enforcement response team.
The special response team will serve as a force multiplier during urgent situations like certain warrant actions or when a suspect is barricaded. Norcross Police Chief Bill Grogan says right now they are limited.
From a staffing standpoint, we only have a certain number of members on our team. If we combine it with the other 3 cities, we've got enough to do a house.
Officials in Duluth, Lilburn, and Suwannee are expected to sign on to the agreement in the coming weeks. All of the departments would still be able to call on Gwinnett County's SWAT team if needed. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
As a fragile ceasefire with Iran continues, Israel's prime minister is calling for direct negotiations with Lebanon. Reporter Linda Gradstein in Jerusalem with the latest.
In a statement, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the talks would focus on disarming Hezbollah and establishing peaceful relations between Israel and Lebanon. A Hezbollah lawmaker said the group rejects any direct negotiations between Lebanon and Israel and has refused to disarm. Israel says the ceasefire with Iran does not include Hezbollah.
Iran is not yet committing to the ceasefire talks with the U.S. scheduled in Pakistan this weekend because of Israel's strikes against Lebanon. Starting later this year, young men will automatically be registered for the draft.
When American men hit age 18, they have to sign up for the draft
pool, but they have to go to the post office and do it manually. A new law that goes into effect in December automatically will register them in the Selective Service System on their 18th birthday, but it's not a new policy, and it's not because of the recent war. The auto register provision was included in last year's Defense Authorization Act passed by Congress as a money-saving measure.
Sherry Preston reports there hasn't been a draft in the United States since 1973. New jobs numbers for Metro Atlanta.
The unemployment rate ticks up from a revised 3.3% in December to 3.6% in January. Part of the reason for the rise is the end to many seasonal and holiday-related jobs. State labor officials say Atlanta ended January down just over 50,000 jobs from the previous month, but jobs were up by 3,400 from a year ago. Over the month, there were no job gains in major industries in the metro areas. The biggest job declines were seen in retail trade. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 4:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins now with Alex Williams.
Just as we expected in DeKalb Countyville, police have arrived and blocked the left lane in Clarkston with this crash. 285 southbound, the inner loop East Ponce, just putting extra pressure on the ride that's already slow, leaving I-85. 85 north up toward Gwinnett County, a little crowded from Chamblee Tucker Road up to Jimmy Carter. And then a secondary slow zone finds you just moderate volume between Duluth and Swanee. Checking the slow ride through downtown, it's Stephanie Stallworth.
It's heavy but steady. Your drive northbound past Langford on through the Freedom Parkway southbound side, backing down on 75, also on 85 and 400 merging in. Try to get 2 and 3 your Midtown and your downtown exits. Next report in less than 10 minutes from TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz. Comfortable with a clear sky this evening, cool overnight, and by Friday morning down to 50 in the city. Suburbs will dip down into the mid-upper 40s. Sunny, light wind, and 78 Friday afternoon. Sunny on Saturday, low 54, high 85.
Right now it's 71 in Norcross, 72 in Ackworth, and 70 in Hampton. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space. Schedule a free inspection with AquaGuard, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Former Speaker of the House Newt Gingrich is strongly endorsing conservative Rick Jackson for governor. Here's Newt.
Few fought harder for President Trump than me, but nobody will fight harder for you than Rick Jackson. I've known Rick for over 20 years. He came from nothing, built a real business, and saved thousands of lives through his conservative Christian organizations.
America First warrior Newt Gingrich strongly endorses conservative Rick Jackson.
Like Trump, Rick is a once-in-a-generation leader. And like Trump, he can't be bought, he won't be intimidated, and the corrupt insiders know it. That's why they're scared. Rick will freeze insane property taxes, cut income taxes, and he'll fight for you, not the insiders. Join me in supporting my friend, Rick Jackson.
Stand with conservative Newt Gingrich and vote for the conservative outsider, Rick Jackson, for governor.
Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Someone calls you to lay your bike down? Get the very best. SteelHorseLaw.com.
The all-new Chico Cantina is Brookhaven's go-to for modern Mexican. Crafted by the award-winning Chef Mimo. Whether you're brunching weekends from 10 to 4 or enjoying happy hour 3 to 6 Monday through Friday, Chico serves up good vibes, fresh ingredients, and unforgettable cocktails. It's no wonder OpenTable.com diners call it one of Atlanta's best. For date night, group hangs, or just tacos and tequila, Chico Cantina in Brookhaven is calling. Book now on OpenTable.com and see what the buzz is all about.
I never been friends with Epstein.
All right, we finally know.
Eggs!
I never been friends with Epstein.
By the way, that goes for me as well. People have been talking lately, and we judged a teenage modeling contest once. I was kind of dragged into it.
I thought I saw you with those files, though.
I never been friends with Epstein.
And that's it. Full stop. Right there.
Donald and I go to social functions in New York
And wherever we live in Florida.
There's overlap, right? There's overlap.
Yeah.
There's social overlap.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately...
I never been friends with Epstein.
All right, so
Maybe
stop asking.
Donald has, but not me.
This RFK Jr., I see in my notes that RFK Jr., there was a time, I for the youngsters, an old head such as myself, I want to let you know that there was a time where if you had a top-line job in the United States government, like, say, the head of a department, it was considered that you didn't have time to do your own show.
You don't think Casper Weinberger would have done a podcast?
No, I don't think it would have. No. But I guess RFK Jr. has a new podcast. And what is this, like the trailer for the podcast?
Sure
or
is.
something?
You ready?
I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr., your HHS secretary. This podcast is about telling the truth, especially when it's uncomfortable. I'm going to have fearless conversations with critical thinkers, including independent doctors, respected scientists, Bobby Lee, and leaders in medical innovation and research. I'm going to ask the questions and lift the taboos and expose the hypocrisy and the conflicts and the corruption.
Okay.
We're going to follow the evidence wherever it leads.
Right.
And we're going to name the names of the forces that obstruct the path to public health. This isn't going to be about politics. It's about our families.
No, it's not about
children.
politics. You're the
It's about
head of the
confronting
HHS.
spiritual ballets and embracing the truth.
Whatsoever.
If we want a healthy nation, we have to confront the lies
bored
that
already.
have made us spiritually, morally,
great.
and physically
Music
sick.
Bored
It's time for half
already.
measures.
Yeah, what is it,
now
like
over.
Halloween
We're launching a new era
17?
of radical transparency in government here. at
Jamie Lee
HHS.
Curtis is mad
I
this
hope
time.
you'll join us in our mission to make America healthy again.
Jamie Lee Curtis is Michael Myers now.
Yeah, she's finally. All right, so I have to say that there's you have to understand whether you're on the inside or whether you're on the outside. You are the man. You are the establishment. So when you're actually the head of the HHS, I would say it's probably not a good idea to be having these talks with critical thinkers and exposing and whatever. That's what you do when you're not the man. When you are the head of a department, then every day should just be about how do I run this department the best, not how can I, shock jock my way up to the top of the health podcast.
I want to say that a lot of serial killers ended up causing themselves to become serial killers by eating high fructose corn syrup.
Is that what it was? Is that what are you covering on your podcast? Is it all?
Be make America healthy again, but some of the other things I'll be doing is breaking down classic albums like Rick Beato. Graham Hancock will be joining the show with Randall Carlson to talk about the younger Dryas.
Yeah.
Brosphere will be doing that.
Yeah. Are you part of the Brosphere now? Does this make you part?
Yeah, because of my physique.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kid Rock will be joining me to talk about his health regimen. And
more homoeroticism between you and Kid Rock. Can we look forward to more of that?
And Bert Kreischer will be joining us to talk about his latest battle with alcohol. And I'm going to try to help him because he's put on so much weight, and he will have his shirt on.
Yeah.
Most of the time, but if he takes it off, I'll remove mine.
Well, we've seen you and Kid Rock.
I want him to see a healthy body.
Sure, yeah. Isn't Bert Kreischer completely sober now? He got some sort of health scare.
I think he probably might be.
Yeah, I think he's almost gotten to that thing where you become annoying when you get sober because you start lecturing everybody about.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he's getting close to that line. I'm not following it too close.
What did they say? The takedown YouTubers.
The takedown YouTubers.
Has he destroyed himself yet? Has he finally collapsed? Is it over? Is this the end of Your Mama's House and Two Bears, One Cave?
That's what the takedown people have been telling me for the last couple of years.
I don't know if he's not drinking or not. It says here that
is he California sober?
It just says that he was put on blood thinners.
Yeah,
and
but I think he had to stop.
And he's on Mounjaro now too.
Yeah, but I think that when you're on blood thinners, can you keep drinking? I don't know.
I think you can, but not as much.
I don't think you should. And
Jared always thinks
Mounjaro isn't the solution.
Right, yeah.
The solution is a healthy diet,
and
exercise, and methylene blue.
What is that? What's
methylene blue? Is an industrial dye that I put in drinking
Is
water.
that the stuff that Jim Baker got in trouble for selling in the pandemic or something?
No,
okay.
no,
What was that? Say he was something that made your skin turn blue. I can't remember what that was.
Colloidal silver.
Oh,
oh, that's right.
Which I am a proponent of, but not drinking a gallon a day.
No, you shouldn't drink a gallon a day.
Turn
It's
into
not-
a Smurf.
Oh, that's going to be episode 2 of your podcast, right? Talking about all about
So you're going to
that.
be doing like the true crime stuff and
We're
things
going
like
to
that?
talk about true crime. There's a serial killer from Denmark that hasn't been caught yet. He's been around since 1997, and I think at this point he's murdered over 38 prostitutes.
Is this your favorite serial killer?
One of them that hasn't been caught. I have favorites like a Ted Bundy, which, by the way, they just discovered a victim from Florida that could have been one of, was proven to be one of his.
How about that guy in, Long Island?
Oh,
They
the
just
smirking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's bad. But
He killed like 8 or 9 people.
that's bad.
Was that back in the 80s? And now
But he's not Danish, and he didn't kill 38 prostitutes.
No, I understand that. But he, this guy, I found the story, the fascinating part of the story, other than the fact that, families are getting justice after all these years, is he has a wife and kids. They had no idea. Can you imagine? Can you imagine just finding out, like, and all your life, if you grew up on Long Island, you've probably always heard of these, this series of murders. And then just all of a sudden, they goes, no, you know what? It turned out it was Dad. That's got to be wild.
Well, the BTK killer was sort of the same, too.
Yeah,
yeah. His family didn't know.
What was that? Beat, torture, and kill.
Bind, torture,
Bind, torture, kill.
Bind, torture, unalive.
Sorry.
I'm going to have to use that stupid algorithm language.
Yeah, you don't want to get
that'd
taken
be
out.
hilarious that you got to say things and make up
He
words.
was
for the bandit.
unalived by a pew-pew. And also, he was S.A.'d. She was S.A.'d before he pew-pewed her with his pew-pew.
Before he unalived her.
But then he unalived her.
It's always so embarrassing when you see these hosts go to that level for that
Yeah.
because they won't say those words.
They can, or they get demonetized.
Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous.
You know what? I'll tell you one thing. They have an advantage that I do not have being on the radio live. Because a lot of these, when they're not doing stuff, I guess because they're not live, but because they have the visuals. So I've seen a bunch of times where they say something wrong during their video essay, but when they're editing it, they can just put an asterisk up there and correct themselves.
Yeah.
Like in real time. For me, I'll be halfway home thinking, the drive home down 400 will seem so wonderful at first because I'll be like, oh man, had a great show. That was funny and informative, and I feel like the audience and then about halfway home, I'll realize that I said something that was completely stupid and had declared it as if it were a fact and know it was wrong. And then my night is ruined. Whereas if I had that kind of thing, as I'm saying something stupid, an asterisk could come up on the visual and correct me in real time. That would be fantastic.
We need to talk to the boss because all of these new cars have got those digital displays on their radios now.
Yeah.
And they already say like WSB, Von
Yeah,
Hester
put
Doctor.
the asterisk in
We need to have control of that. So I'm
Yeah.
talking to the boss right now. We need to have control of that so we can put our own
Yeah.
little comments on that little box that people have in their car.
Yeah, just an asterisk, and I correct the dumb, idiotic, foolish things that you were waiting for more, weren't you? You thought you were going to get a lot more, but you're not going to get a lot more. I just want to be able to correct myself when I say idiotic things, and I find as I reflect on these shows, I almost, at least once during a show, I declare something to be true that is just completely false.
It's a 4-hour
and
show.
idiotic.
It's gonna
It is a
happen.
4-hour show.
It's gonna happen.
What do you trim an hour?
Nah.
What do you do the 6 o'clock hour to
Nah.
Shelley? I think the 6 o'clock hour starts to stink.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, I know you will. We'll just clear it up with the bosses.
He's not going to say yes.
I know that, but you never know.
I
Maybe
messed up
maybe he'll be on drugs or something.
I shouldn't have done it that long.
Sorry. Alex Williams says there's a crash cleanup on 285 in Clarkston.
Yeah, and right now they have all lanes temporarily shut down, Eric. 285 southbound, the inner loop East Ponce exit 40. Hero dragging one of these damaged vehicles to the right shoulder. Once they can get these cars off to the right, we'll get lanes reopened. But until then, it is a parking lot as you leave I-85, making your way south through Tucker and into Clarkston. Traffic Trooper just called us with this crash. We see it on the jam cam. Second left lane block, 7585 northbound, Highway 166 Langford Parkway. But the heavier delays start just north of that, trying to get up past I-20. Also been a busy start to the afternoon in DeKalb County, Stephanie Stallworth.
Yeah, a temporary red alert with a stall 20 west near Fanola Road. All lanes were held while they moved the vehicle out of the right travel lane. They're back open there. Covington Highway had been an option because still a lot of volume, but an injury wreck reported Covington Highway near Miller Road. From the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
I need your attention.
Where you're going is a given.
Use some caution as you travel through the area.
How you're getting there.
Major slowdown.
That's the question.
The outer loop slow as you leave Truist Park.
Before you hit the navigation
And so maybe jump north of there and use La Vista Road.
Listen to the people you trust.
Unusual delays with the direction of this crash.
Updated traffic as often as you need every time you listen.
Following extreme delays.
More experience, more reliable, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Triple Team Traffic.
And the delays are growing out of
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
5-star reviews tell the Painting Plus story, but seeing is believing.
Hi, I'm Charlie, owner of Painting Plus. Our work is so exceptional that I'm proud to show you. Just click on recent projects in your area and see the amazing work we've crafted for your neighbors.
Painting Plus. Anything and everything exteriors at the highest quality. Siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and more.
Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
Termites could be eating your home right now, and you'd never know. Get termite protection from Breda Pest Management, and your rate is locked in for 10 years.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Why choose between getting things done and doing things with the ones you love? With Kroger same-day pickup and delivery, it's easy to shop the same great prices and quality you'd find in store. We'll bring your groceries right to you in our refrigerated trucks, so you can spend time on what matters most. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Save $20 on your first Kroger pickup or delivery order of $75 or more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
A window is a window is a window. It's glass and you look through it, right? Yeah, not really. Dave Baker here from my window experts at Nelson Exteriors. You know, windows are actually one of the hardest projects to shop for because they come in so many variations. That's why I recommend Nelson Exteriors. They give you window options to fit your budget, your needs, and your home, all backed by their worry-free lifetime labor warranty. Pick the company that's more picky than you. Google Nelson Exteriors.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
But if it doesn't do all that, it's going to be great.
I was going to go operate some machinery. Dang it.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. Not with your eyeballs falling out.
Dang it.
I got these removable eyeballs a couple of years ago. They're fantastic.
Yeah, babe. I had those too.
Just pull them out, clean them off at night.
You
pop
put them in a
back
glass like
yeah.
like your dentures.
Yes, it's great. Is if the sun comes up and I still want to sleep, I don't have to wear one of those masks.
It is a little creepy when Tim and I walk out of the studio and you take them out and we come back in, your eyes are out.
Yeah, well, listen, that's a you problem.
Yeah.
I don't have any problem with
You
that.
can't judge him
You
for
gotta-
his eye sockets.
When you have detachable eyeballs, sometimes you got to clean them up. And I think you guys are just going to have to deal with
Well,
it.
sometimes you leave your eye goo here in the studio.
Well, listen.
That's his lube to get the eyeball back in.
One man's eye goo is another man's freedom fighter.
Mhm.
You've heard that before.
I have, yes.
Absolutely.
I
It's all
think,
in where
Kennedy
you are.
said that.
Absolutely.
I thought that was
Hegseth.
It was,
No,
no,
wouldn't-
Hegseth said
he couldn't come up with that.
He said we negotiate in detachable eyeballs. I believe was the T-shirt. Does he have a T-shirt out yet? Because he wants one. He keeps saying that we negotiate with bombs. 'Cause He just wants somebody to pick it up like, oh, wow, you're the coolest dude that I've ever
I think
heard
Dan
speak.
Bongino is selling those on his merch store.
How's his podcast doing since he went back to the private sector?
I never listened to it before, but I imagine it's probably doing what it was.
I saw one clip where he had Kash Patel on, and they would just they were just like talking each. It really is. It's like I've never been a gym rat. Is this what dudes do when they're working out? Just talk each other up, like yeah, you're a yeah, and you know, they don't know, we know.
Sometimes words of affirmation are a good thing at the gym.
Just don't look at the women, right?
Well, of course not, especially if they're filming.
Yeah, the influencers.
Wasn't there somebody though that just went viral because she was a woman who was mad that men weren't looking at her in the gym?
Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago. I remember
Yeah.
that. She was
Good. First of all, nobody means anything they say anymore, but it's a good angle. She realized, oh, this will be right. Like this will be different. I'll be the woman who complains that guys aren't looking at me in the gym. There's nobody.
Well, it just
seems
proves that there are plenty of people. Anytime you go to the gym and somebody like if you're on the treadmill, right, and somebody chooses the treadmill directly next to you when there's 100 other open treadmills,
yeah.
they're on to something.
We're getting it
They're
on.
wanting attention.
We're getting it on. All right. You could have picked any other. I got the message. You and me, we're going to interlock fingers like Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini, and the next thing you know, we're going to do what comes next after you lock fingers publicly.
I wouldn't have done that.
You lock. That's below you, Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to give stuff away? Sure.
Let's do it.
How about 2 tickets to see Chris Stapleton Friday, August 21st at Mercedes-Benz Stadium? Be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Alex Williams says there's a crash, unfortunately, on the downtown connector.
Yeah, Eric, our traffic troopers called us about it. We see it. Second left lane. That's the left lane next to the HOV lane taken out. 75-85 northbound at Langford Parkway. Heaviest delays don't find you until you get just north of there before University. That's where it really packs in for the ride up past Peachtree, Pine Street. Southbound, you're looking at about a 24-minute ride from the 85-400 merge just to get down to I-20. And quite the situation monitoring on 285 in Clarkston. Stephanie Stallworth.
You had all lanes blocked 2 times here, 285, as you travel southbound near East Ponce to move these crash-involved vehicles to the right shoulder. Blocked them, reopened them, watching the jam cam now, blocking currently, trying to get the last vehicle from the left shoulder off to the right shoulder. It'll just be a little bit longer on that one. Traffic brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com, and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
When it comes to home services companies, TE Certified checks every box. Hey, it's Chris Chandler. I'm a happy customer of TE Certified electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling. Highly trained experts who fix it right the first time. Check. On time, friendly, and fully stocked. Check. Highest level of communication and lifetime warranty. Check. I can relax while they handle everything. It all checks out.
TE Certified, we love your home.
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs, pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation, with the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you, with personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute, built to beat cancer.
877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Who doesn't want their plumbing, roofing, HVAC, you name it, job done right for the right price? I'm Dale with TrustDale.com. 2.5 million happy TrustDale customers can't be wrong. Book your next project to get my free $10,000 Make It Right guarantee only at TrustDale.com.
It's official. President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
Switch your termite protection to Breda, and your rate is locked in for 10 years. And Breda is proud to sponsor Scott Slade's Georgia every Thursday on Atlanta's Morning News.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
When I was a kid, my dream wasn't a mansion. It wasn't a yacht. It was a 250cc Kawasaki dirt bike sitting in the garage. That garage and that bike represented freedom. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello. At A1 Garage Door Service, we know your garage holds more than tools. It holds dreams. From repairs to upgrades, call A1 Garage Door Service today or schedule online at a1garage.com.
A1 from day one.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Southern Exteriors. Our top local story, a warning to parents. The FBI is concerned about rising cases of violent online networks targeting children.
FBI Atlanta Special Agent in Charge Brian Osden says these groups target kids as young as 9, meeting them first on social media, then blackmailing them
into producing or sharing extreme gore content and child sexual abuse material. They also convince victims to self-harm or act out in violence or commit animal cruelty.
They're investigating at least 50 credible tips of crimes related to these groups in Georgia, and more than 450 are under investigation nationwide. At FBI Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
72 degrees in Atlanta after a chilly start tomorrow. How much does it warm up as we head into the weekend? Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A Lawrenceville man pleads guilty in a deadly fentanyl racketeering operation. We get a live report now from WSB's Veronica Waters.
Bill, he wore a nickname tied to a notorious gangster, but unlike Al, this defendant's prison sentence is for a deadly crime.
David Shane Lancaster, who referred to himself as Capone and Capone Incorporated, he had a whole enterprise where he was selling drugs to people. There were several that overdosed because his drugs were laced with fentanyl.
Gwinnett County District Attorney Patsy Austin Gatson says among those overdoses, 2 men in their early 20s died, Eldon McMedovich and Sean Wignall. The DA says Lancaster will serve 30 years in prison because of their deaths.
He's given away a big slice of his life because he wanted to do bad dealings in Gwinnett County.
Reporting live, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta police announced new security measures for this weekend's Dogwood Festival after last week's deadly shooting at Piedmont Park. Chief Darren Shearbaum says in addition to beefing up security, the public plays a role.
During this next 3 days, we will be extra vigilant. Ask that you be as well. If you see something or an individual looks suspicious, out of place, please call 911 so we can respond to it.
He says the department has good leads on the suspects wanted for opening fire last Saturday, killing a 16-year-old girl and injuring another teen. Cobb County police are looking for the suspects who smashed a vehicle into a couple of businesses in Mableton.
The early morning burglary at Hawthorne Plaza leaves significant damage to a coin laundry and a Family Dollar store. Cobb County police say thieves used a vehicle to force their way in and remove 2 ATMs, but they were only able to drive away with one from the coin laundry. Both stores have broken front windows and structural damage to the exterior. No injuries are reported. Detectives are still trying to identify the suspects. Jennifer Perry, 95.5 WSB.
Whether or not the U.S. and Iran have ceasefire talks in Pakistan this weekend may depend on what happens next between Israel and Lebanon. Correspondent Elizabeth Palmer is in Tel Aviv with the latest.
The Iranian-backed militia Hezbollah fired rockets into northern Israel this morning. That in retaliation for Israel's ferocious attack on Hezbollah yesterday, which killed 254 people, some in the countryside and some in the capital, Beirut. Last night, Iran warned that the strikes might also kill the ceasefire.
First Lady Melania Trump addresses rumors about her relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. She says they were never friends, and those who have made claims to the contrary are mean-spirited. Mrs. Trump also is calling on Congress to allow victims of the convicted sex offender to testify.
I call on Congress to provide the women who have been victimized by Epstein with a public hearing specifically centered around the survivors.
The First Lady says she didn't know about any of Epstein's crimes. A wide swath of metro Atlanta is now in an extreme drought. The latest drought monitor shows it's worsening in areas from as far south as Fayette and Henry counties to the northeast suburbs. It is now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
What an operation we've been watching in Clarkston over here, Bill. For the third time, they've shut down all lanes to still try to clear the exact same crash out of the left lane. 285 southbound, the inner loop, East Ponce, exit number 40. Hopefully just one car left to tow away here, but it is bumper to bumper behind it, trying to leave I-85. West side perimeter, 285 westbound. A few scattered brake lights between Georgia 400 and I-75, and you'll stay sluggish on and off that brake pedal the whole way down to I-20, the West Freeway. Also been watching a trouble spot on the downtown connector, Stephanie Stallworth.
Yeah, 7585 northbound, right at Highway 166, exit 243. Start out blocking your left lane next to the HOV lane, so it's going to be a little slug there. Then busy again as you head up past Langford, trying to get around through the Grady curve. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here is Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz.
Beautiful weather continues this evening. We'll be chilly by Friday morning, some mid to upper 40s in the suburbs, near 50 in the city. Sunny and 78 tomorrow afternoon. On Saturday, sunny and even warmer, low 54, high 85. And Sunday, sunny, low 57, high 84. Now my 5-day forecast for Monday and Tuesday. Partly cloudy, but still dry Monday, low 60, high 83. And then mostly sunny Tuesday, low 61, high 86.
Right now, 67 in Sandy Springs, 71 in Conyers, and 70 in Peachtree City. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now with a congratulations to Matt Cheka of Villarica. Cheka of Villarica. You may know him better as Cheka of Villarica. Won 2 tickets to see Chris Stapleton Friday, August 21st at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. I know it doesn't, it's only Thursday of the Masters, so
it's early.
The way that I always look at it is whoever's leading at the end of Thursday is usually like in 19th place by the time we get to the end.
That's usually how it goes down.
How's
Tiger
doing? Tiger is...
the AI videos of that have been phenomenal.
Was he just watching?
He's just watching.
Okay.
He's
Yes.
not. He's recovering. He's on the phone with the president. Okay,
Yeah.
He can't.
On the phone with the president.
He can't. Sorry, he can't play the Masters. He's on the phone with the president. So there's AI slop out there that's good and
funny.
funny?
It's been great. There have been and here comes Tiger, like using that audio, and it shows the SUV driving up onto Augusta and then crashing into the middle of like the 17th hole.
Now I said to Caiaccio, who is a big golf fan, I said he had at his desk, he's kind of monitoring it.
Oh, he's a big golf guy.
Yeah, and I said, it was exactly what I just said. On Thursday, it doesn't matter who's leading, but he told me at that time it was Rory, who I believe won last year, didn't he?
He did.
So is Rory still at the top of the leaderboard? He
right.
said, acting like he understands golf.
No, it's Burns. I guess, he's tied. He's tied with McIlroy, Burns. And then it kind of drops off Patrick Reed. Jason Day.
I dip in on Saturday usually, and then I'll really, really focus in on Sunday and hope that, when they make the turn for that back 9, that there's 2 or 3 that are still. That's the best. As I recall, last year didn't really have that. I think
they had one guy chasing Rory for a little while,
like
but it wasn't.
Nothing is better than when you go to the back 9 on Sunday. And there's 2 or 3 people who could win this thing, and somebody's going to freak out. and take themselves out of it, at some point, which Rory did many years ago.
Last year was Justin Rose. That was close, but nothing like what you're
Yeah,
talking
but
about.
what happened, though, was before you got to the back nine. Like, by the time you got there, you knew that it was pretty much over. But, I Thursday and Friday, but they're going to have beautiful weather, obviously, because it refuses to rain in Georgia.
Which I'm happy.
We're not allowed. Oh, you may be happy, but we do need rain
at some point. But like right
we
now,
haven't had rain for like a month.
We have the Masters. Hear me out. We've got the Masters this weekend plus the Dogwood Festival. So I don't want it to rain for that.
Yeah.
Next weekend, you
Well,
have
it's not going to, so you don't have to worry about it.
Right. You have the 420 Festival, and that'll be awesome.
Hey, man, I like it to be a little hazy during the 420.
Yeah, man.
Hazy's fine, but no rain.
Makes the smoke linger.
Is there a concert? Who's going to be at the 420?
You've got Chromeo, Thievery Corporation,
Kid Rock,
and Humphreys McGee that are going to be your big headliners.
Okay, I've heard of Humphreys McGee. They do
Yeah.
ESPN music or something.
Really?
I remember when I used to watch ESPN some years ago, I think at the end of Sports Center, a credit would come up that said that the theme song was by Humphreys McGee.
Really? Okay,
They're the Osmonds of the jam bands.
Is that what it is? They're like they're the sober jam band?
I don't know. I don't know if they're sober. I've
You don't find
I
them
saw
to be
them
interesting
once,
enough.
And I went with my buddy Garrett, and we were both like, he goes, you want to get out of here? I'm like, yeah.
They're quite well.
They're
liked.
very talented.
Yes.
It's just boring.
It's just some of those bands. It's that same period of time. What's the other band where they started to sound like furniture stores? Mumford and Sons.
Well, they're a different kind of
I
music.
know, but that just sounds like a furniture store to me.
Well, Marcus Mumford is back.
Yeah.
And that band is touring, and they are
I
making
thought they kicked him
money.
out for being MAGA or something.
No.
Was that the band?
Was that the band?
No. He wasn't MAGA. His issue was he thought he could go solo as just Marcus Mumford, but they realized quickly when I've seen Mumford and Sons like 3 or 4 times. They're fantastic live.
Yeah. One of the best furniture stores to
ever take on the road. Yeah. They.
I don't know. I think it was that band. One of those bands. Maybe it was Humphrey, whatever. Maybe it was the.
Well, they kicked out their banjoist because he criticized woke culture.
Yeah, for heaven's sakes. And obviously wasn't that great of a banjoist.
Guess not.
Now that
Can you imagine the things that are going on behind the scenes with members of any band like that haven't been kicked out of that band? First of all, if you have a band of 4 or 5 people and they're between 18 and 40 years of age, and within every band, they just can't seem to not have sex with other band members' girlfriends and or wives. So there's always some kind of drama going on with a rock and roll band or any kind of band with 4 or 5 people. And this guy gets, he said something about woke culture. I guarantee somebody was like, hey, he's not that great on the banjo anymore. They were looking for a reason, I think.
And Mumford and Sons is nothing without Marcus Mumford.
Oh, yeah?
Nothing.
Is he? What about the Sons?
Nothing.
Are his sons in the band?
They are not in the band.
They're toddlers, but they're really good
on the drums.
So, I don't know Mumford and Sons music. I don't know Humphrey. What is it?
I will wait for you. That was huge.
Don't
Eric.
know. What's the other one? The drop kick.
Murphys?
Yeah.
No, they're an old Irish.
They lecture the crowd, right? They lecture people about how bad Trump is. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't know that. I just know
they
their
started
music.
the whole thing.
I like their music.
Every St. Patrick's Day, when you thaw them out to actually perform again, then the Dropkick.
Are they
Murphys
American or are they from Ireland?
They're from Boston.
Yeah, Boston.
Okay, well, they're almost American.
I didn't know they did that. Their music is very aggressive. and fun.
they lecture you.
It was this year. It was like since I don't know about the whole time. Hey, I don't care. It's fine with me. What I love is that everybody says that they don't like it unless somebody does it for them. Like conservatives for years have bitched and moaned about, celebrities with their politics and they're trying to tell you how to think. But then they love Kid Rock and Ted Nugent. Keep on.
That's all they got.
Everybody. Well, it is true. It's almost all they've got. Don't they have what's her face? People are mad at Lana Del Rey. Isn't she a trad wife now or something?
I don't know that she's ever taken a position, but they don't like that.
They don't like it, just because she's kind of a trad.
Ew,
she
she
sort
had
of
kids.
celebrates the trad wife.
Yeah, she
lifestyle.
married.
She married an alligator wrangler or something
in Louisiana, and people
Louisiana.
Sorry, I forget that you
Missouri.
You had a little bit of time there.
I had more than a little bit of time in there. I lived in Baton Rouge from the time that I was 12 until I was.
It was a suburb of Baton Rouge.
16. Excuse me?
It was a suburb of Baton Rouge.
No, I lived in Baton. First, I lived in This is how out in the woods I was when I was 12. I can only put it this way, which I think these things are now suburbs, but let me just put it this way. In 1977, moved to Watson, Louisiana, which is outside of Denham Springs, which is outside of Baton Rouge. Slowly made our way toward the big city. But when I lived out in Watson in 1977, that was just like, it was a Route something. I don't know what it was. It was a farmhouse. And it took 10 minutes to walk to not across the street. There was somebody across the street I could walk to, but to go in either direction, took 10 minutes to walk to, like my friend's house or nearest neighbor.
You miss it?
Yeah. No, not at all. It was one of the worst times of my entire life.
Oh, my God. Oh, my.
I mean, it may not seem like highfalutin, but I lived in an apartment complex in Bartlett, Tennessee. That might seem like, but it was, like people everywhere, kids everywhere, blah, blah, blah. And then suddenly I was just out in the boonies. And it was a weird time. And then I went to elementary school in Denham Springs. And I mean, it was just crazy. Like, I don't know. It was like going from 1977, where I was, back to like it seemed like the 30s. It was so different.
You'll be happy to know now. I'm zooming in on Watson, Louisiana now. They do have a Bass Pro Shop now.
Yeah, my guess is, because I've heard that Denham Springs now is just like a suburb, like Roswell is.
Yeah,
I've heard, but it was not then. And I would imagine that it just keeps going outward and outwards to like the old farmhouse that I used to live in is probably gone. There was literally a shack. It's like, now everybody seems old to you at that age, but I think this was an old black lady. She seemed to me like she was like in her 70s. She may have been in her mid 50s, but I don't know. It was a weird thing. Like, I used to go sit down and talk to her, and she'd tell me stories, but it was like a shack. Like, it was like
no toilet.
I can't remember, but I mean, like, not all the windows were in. And then across the street were I had a friend who was like, his dad was like super rich. And I had another friend across the street, and they had these huge tracts of land where, like, you would have to, they had their own gas pumps. And, and then right across the street, there's this old lady. Like, you think somebody would be like, hey, we can come over and fix up your house.
Yeah, we'll help you paint.
I don't want to cry racism, but it was Watson, Louisiana in 1977. So there's a chance. But she was an awesome lady. I can't remember her name. I used to go over there, and she used to tell me stories.
Did she teach you how to play the blues?
You would imagine that somebody would be like on the back porch. Literally, it looked like Lead Belly had spent the night there at some point when he was traveling the South. She was awesome. Alex Williams has better news on 285 in DeKalb.
Yes, sir, Eric. That crash has finally cleared out of the roadway. Everything is back open. 285 southbound, the Interloop East Ponds, exit number 40. Still some brake lights, though, as you leave I-85. Also seeing 285 northbound delays from Flat Shoals getting up past Covington Highway. I'm seeing some delays, but it looks like all lanes are open there. I-20 east and westbound, still a little crowded into DeKalb County. And inside the perimeter, we've been looking for trouble 20 eastbound before Gresham Road exit 63, causing you to have some brake lights back toward Glenwood Avenue. We also got trouble on I-20 out west, Stephanie Stallworth.
Yes, big rig stopped in the center lane, 20 headed westbound. Head over by Thornton Road. Got you busy lining up to ramp from 285 north and southbound, trying to make it to 20 westbound. Update sponsored by Whole Foods Market. Shop best of season citrus at Whole Foods Market. Get $3.49 per pound Sumo citrus with Prime through April 21st while supplies last. Shop in-store or online. Terms apply. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Topical. And then it hits me, and I'm like, this is a freaking AI lady.
Local.
Green's resignation is going to shrink the Republican majority in the House.
Getting you through your morning.
How does that work?
Mark Arrow.
You've got to be kidding me.
Mark Arrow.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's Chris Chandler here from Mark Spain Real Estate. I want you to hear why they are the real estate company I trust. It's not just because they make selling your home easy and hassle-free, give you the strongest cash offer in the industry, but also knowing they've been selling homes for 30 years and sell for an hour. and makes them the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. So if moving time is coming, even if you're thinking about selling, go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You need a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. Switch today. Get started with a great offer as low as $60 a month. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Offer ends 6/1/26. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet and security edge. 1-year agreement, eco-bill, and autopay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
If your termite service doesn't inspect for damage inside, switch to Breda Pest Management. Plus, they'll lock in your termite rate for 10 years.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Castile Home Services is here to make taking care of your cooling, heating, plumbing, and electrical systems feel as simple as waving a wand with Comfort 360, the whole home protection membership. For just $14.99 a month, make getting maintenance, repairs, and replacements easier with 2 HVAC tune-ups a year and waived diagnostic fees. Plus, members get exclusive savings like 15% off any service. No magic spells required. Live comfortably ever after with Comfort 360. Learn more at castileair.com/comfort360.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
With good health comes a happy life, but finding free, trustworthy medical advice can be challenging. Good news for you. WSB and the medical professionals at Northside Hospital are here to help. Tune in this Sunday at 8 a.m. for Doctors on Call, presented by Northside Hospital, a weekly show dedicated to helping you live a healthier and happier life. This week, we'll take your calls and be joined by Dr. Mel Soul, a hematologist, oncologist, and blood cancer specialist, discussing new breakthrough treatments for blood cancer. Sunday at 8 a.m. on 95.5 WSB.
Cracks in your walls, sticky windows, musty odors. Your home is telling you it needs help. Visit aquaguard.net today to schedule your free inspection. When it comes to foundations, crawl spaces, and basements, there's only one name to remember.
AquaGuard.
EMC Security.
Our video doorbells are handy for seeing when packages are delivered or when the kids come home or even checking to see who is at the door. But what about when something more serious happens, like a break-in or fire? That's when you need a monitored security system. At EMC Security, we've been protecting Georgians for almost 30 years. Still locally owned and still no contracts.
EMC Security. Smart protection for a safer tomorrow.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
I just saw this clip from Tuesday during the day. So Tuesday was the big countdown day where we thought at 8 o'clock we might possibly end a civilization. And, we did it. That was our whole show that day, was kind of counting down. And then it's about 6:40 or so, we were able. That's when we found out we're not going to end a civilization.
We called the show the civilization clock.
That's
Beautiful
exactly.
peace.
We went into beautiful peace. So I didn't see this. I just saw this yesterday. On that same day, this is just a hilarious clip from CNBC. They were talking about, the threat that was out there from the point of view of the markets. But this is just kind of hilarious.
Deadline that President Trump has set, 8 p.m., has threatened to destroy a civilization. How does an investor process that? Is it a bigger upside risk or downside risk?
Yeah. How do they do that? Is it upside, downside, sideways? I don't know. Is it good?
How do you is there an upside? Is it upside risk? Let's hear it again.
I'm just reading the teleprompter.
Deadline that President Trump has set, 8 p.m., has threatened to destroy a civilization. How does an investor process that? Is it a bigger upside risk or downside risk?
I can't see any downsides to ending a civilization. What a silly question.
What if it's light genocide?
How would an investor process that? Would that be an upside risk or a downside risk?
I say buy the dip.
You really have like two people who are, like we were that day. We're just like, okay, we're in a cartoon or something. Like we're in crazy land. And so let's just kind of like act like things are normal and talk about the markets and whatever. Our president just threatened to end a civilization. That's normal, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
It happens all the time. Well, no one's done it before, but I mean, still normal, right?
Eggs.
Eggs. Eggs.
The Gulf of America.
Yeah, I remember that. The Gulf of America. I should have stopped there.
The Gulf of America.
Get an RFK thing going on.
Well, you hang out with him a long time, you pick up his vocal tics.
Yeah, Greenland made it back in the headlines too. Gulf of America and Greenland playing the hits.
Oh yeah, remember this, folks? Remember?
What was he saying about
Remember
that?
No More Forever Wars stuff?
He was saying one of the main reasons why he wants the U.S. to get out of NATO is because NATO doesn't care about Greenland, and he says we would take better care of them.
I think they do care. They care a lot about Greenland. They just disagree with him.
Well, they don't care. That's what that means.
Alex Williams is checking the 85 North ride to Gwinnett.
Yeah, we're going to check in with our friends heading to the northern suburbs. Not a terrible ride. Enjoy it the rest of this week before everybody's back next week after spring break. 85 northbound, crowded before and after I-285, then just moderate volume up toward Indian Trail Road in Norcross. A few more brake lights finding between Duluth and Swanee. 400 northbound, tapping the brakes in Sandy Springs from Aberdeen 6. What are we looking at on I-75 toward Cobb County, Stephanie Stallworth?
Slow, steady ride headed north on 75, Marietta and through Kennesaw, out towards the Ackworth area, 575. Also find yourself on the brakes as you leave 75 past the Barrett Parkway, trying to get up past Chastain as you head into the Cherokee County area. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month. Enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Imagine a world where you can leave the house and take your home Wi-Fi speeds with you. Well, thanks to Xfinity Mobile, it's not just a fantasy. Just picture it. You're at your kid's soccer practice streaming the other game in 4K. Just like that in the airport. Boom. Hey, it's Mark Aram here. I want you to download a cozy family comedy in a snap with Wi-Fi Power Boost. What if the places you had to be felt more like everywhere you wanted to be? That's the magic of Xfinity Mobile. Reliable Wi-Fi and 5G when you need it. Xfinity, imagine that. Cut your mobile bill in half with 2 lines of unlimited. Visit XfinityMobile.com to learn more. That's XfinityMobile.com. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings based on promotional rate for 2 lines of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited versus regular rates for 2 lines of T-Mobile Experience More, Verizon Unlimited Plus, and AT&T Starter as of February 10th, 2026. Taxes, fees extra after promo. Regular rates apply.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Access to affordable credit helps me pay my employees, but I don't really need it.
Inflation is killing me. But who cares? Big retailers are making record profits. That's why we support the Durbin Marshall credit card bill.
See? Banks and credit unions help small businesses make payroll. This bill would cut the vital resources they need.
Wow. while increasing megastore profits. They deserve it, don't they?
Tell Congress, stop the Durbin Marshall money grab for corporate megastores.
Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
When a company works in your home, you find out fast if they're the real deal. Chris Chandler for the people I trust in my home. TE certified electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling. They're fast, friendly, and fully stocked, highly trained, true pros that keep me informed and fix it right the first time. I just sit back, relax, and let TE Certified handle everything. They're the real deal.
TE Certified, we love your home.
Hi, this is John Smoltz. You know, after more than 20 years on the pitcher's mound, I did some real damage to my shoulders, knees, and elbow. And now, years later, I'm still paying for it.
Truth is, joint pain doesn't care if you're a pro athlete or just someone who wants to play golf, work in the yard, or keep up with your kids. Pain gets in the way.
Not interested in surgery. The downtime, the long recovery, and no guarantee it even works. That's why I'm going in a different route with QC Kinetics here in Atlanta.
They use your body's own natural biologics to target the pain, calm the inflammation, and actually help your joints heal. No surgery, no harmful drugs, just real relief.
I'm trusting QC Kinetics with my aches and pains, and I can tell you their natural approach makes a big difference. If joint pain is slowing you down, give them a call. QC Kinetics. Relief without surgery.
Call QC Kinetics today to schedule your free consultation. 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026. 770-285-8026.
Not only are uneven concrete surfaces around your house eyesores, they can be serious tripping hazards. AquaGuard's concrete lifting solution is just what you need. Go to aquaguard.net today and set up a free inspection. Remember, AquaGuard.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by QC Kinetics. Our top story, the ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran is holding on for now, but Israeli strikes in Lebanon are slowing the flow of oil through the Strait of Hormuz. Correspondent Natalie Brand reports that's going to impact what you pay for gas.
Oil prices went back up Thursday, impacting small business owners like Tony Stafford.
Our biggest competitor now is the gas pump, And, every dollar that a person has to spend additionally at the gas pump is a dollar less than in the communities that they support, the restaurants.
Experts say it could still be weeks before gas prices start to significantly fall.
72 degrees in Atlanta. What day hits the mid-80s? Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. The FBI sends out a warning to parents today about rising cases involving violent online networks, notably a group known as 764. FBI Special Agent in Charge Brian Osden says they're using exploitation and extortion to get their victims to commit crimes.
These groups achieve their goal by methodically targeting children and other at-risk people through online platforms commonly used by young people.
Atlanta police say they are investigating at least 5 cases that may be connected to violence initiated by this gang. Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum says they've received a great response from the public a day after releasing photos of 3 possible suspects in connection with a deadly weekend shooting at Piedmont Park.
So that is progressing very nicely, and I believe we'll have an update for you all soon.
A $15,000 reward is offered for any information that leads to an arrest and conviction. Several South Gwinnett police departments joined forces to form a special law enforcement response team. The city of Norcross is first to approve it.
We're kind of the first domino with the other 3 cities.
Norcross Police Chief Bill Grogan says the response team will serve as a force multiplier during urgent situations like certain warrant actions or when a suspect is barricaded. Norcross will team up with officers from Duluth, Sewanee, and Lilburn. Jobless numbers are up in Metro Atlanta.
The 29-county Atlanta metro area records a 3.6% unemployment rate for the month of January. Georgia labor officials say the 0.3% increase comes as many seasonal and holiday-related positions come to an end. Labor Commissioner Barbara Rivera-Holmes says Georgia's mix of industries and talent allows the labor force to respond quickly to shifting workforce demands across sectors. The sector with the biggest drop in January was retail trade. There were no job gains in major other industries. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
The Justice Department is investigating the NFL. Correspondent Allison Keys reports the league is accused of engaging in anti-competitive tactics.
The NFL is being investigated over whether it has harmed consumers by licensing games to multiple platforms, including paid streaming and cable networks. Republican Senator Mike Lee chairs the subcommittee on antitrust, competition policy, and consumer rights and says he's glad the agency is tackling this.
The city of Stone Mountain is paying for a new museum and visitor center at the train depot on Main Street.
The project was put forward by the Stone Mountain Historical Society to turn the depot into a museum. President Mary Beth Reed says in her proposal that the Historical Society will staff the building with volunteers to give tours. They will also cultivate permanent and visiting exhibits for people to check out. The City Council awarded a little over $37,000 to fund the project. They approved over $9,000 to a local technical school to clean up the train depot, built in 1859 and 1914. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
Waymo is on pothole patrol. The driverless vehicles are now documenting potholes and sharing the data with Waze users. The pilot program is focusing on 5 cities for now, including Atlanta. It's expected to expand to more cities in the future. Eventually, any city or state where Waymo operates will be able to access the pothole data. More than 500 potholes have already been identified by Waymo vehicles. It is now 5:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Still watching this conked out big rig on the West Freeway, Bill. Center lane knocked out. Police behind it to protect it. I-20 westbound, Thornton Road, exit 44 delays now. Pretty much stretched back to 285, but the thickest of them are going to find you right around Six Flags Parkway as you head out toward Lithia Springs. Eastbound also a little sluggish, starting just east of Thornton Road as you pass Fulton Industrial Boulevard. I-20 westbound, trying to make your way into downtown through East Atlanta. That's a slow one. I've looked. No crashes, just lots of volume from Moreland Avenue to the downtown connector. Speaking of, how is that ride through downtown? Stephanie Stallworth.
It's busy trying to get there. 7585, 400 out of Buckhead, all trying to merge in through Midtown, heading down past North Avenue before you catch a break down towards I-20. Northbound side, your trip time about 28 minutes now. Langford Parkway heading up to 17th Street. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDeal.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz.
Beautiful weather continues this evening. We'll be chilly by Friday morning, some mid to upper 40s in the suburbs, near 50 in the city. Sunny and 78 tomorrow afternoon. On Saturday, sunny and even warmer, low 54, high 85. And Sunday, sunny, low 57, high 84. Now my 5-day forecast for Monday and Tuesday. Partly cloudy, but still dry Monday, low 60, high 83. And then mostly sunny Tuesday, low 61, high 86.
Right now it's 68 in Alpharetta, 70 in Powder Springs, and 74 in Palmetto. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Spring is here, and yep, pollen is back with it, clinging to everything. Good news, it washes right off, unless it's stuck to grime and algae. I trust Wise Guys Pro Wash. One quick call, get a quote, next day service, and I didn't even have to be home. I came back to a clean house and a deck I actually want to hang out on. More than 2,000 5-star Google reviews. They're the real deal. New customers, mention me, Chris Chandler, and get $70 off any service. Don't wait. Book now at wiseguysprowash.com. Wise Guys, the wise choice for your home.
I'm forecasting more daylight and bigger views with a 100% chance of a smaller name. Hi, it's meteorologist Glenn Burns. North Georgia Replacement Windows is now NG Windows. Same amazing local people and same Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows. They're 8 times stronger than vinyl with slimmer frames that brighten your home with more daylight and bigger views.
Infinity by Marvin from NG Windows, yeah!
Hurt on your bike? Steel Horse Law is the most experienced local law firm to protect your rights.
It's official. President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
You've likely heard talk about rising costs, but here's some good news. Last year, Georgia Power froze base rates to help keep costs steady. And while demand for energy is growing across our state, new large energy users are required to pay the cost to serve them. helping protect homeowners and small businesses. This year, Georgia Power also filed fuel and storm recovery updates that'll lower overall rates starting this summer. Reliable energy, more stability, fewer surprises on your bill. Learn more at georgiapower.com/rate freeze.
Are you kidding me? $3,000 general admission for Coachella, which is what, this weekend and next weekend?
Yeah, I'm seeing if you just want to go, $3,013. If you want general admission plus the shuttle, $3,150, and then with the camping, it's basically $4,000.
Why even bother?
That's insane.
Well, hold on a second.
That's a lot of money.
That's no
Not
festival
if
is
you've
worth
got
that.
Klarna.
Yeah.
Oh, it's right.
4 easy payments.
So $8,000.
Well, now that you think about
Ultimately.
it. Yeah, with the credit.
I don't know. What is the interest on something
It's
like
not that
Klarna?
high
Yeah.
because it's not a lender.
Yeah,
but
it's
if I
some
only
kind of weird
pay
thing.
basically $750 each payment, I'm good.
Yeah, you could pull this off. Also, the whole thing is live on YouTube every year.
Yeah,
both
it's called
weekends.
Coachella when you watch it on YouTube.
Who cares? I get to pause it, go to the bathroom. I don't have dirt up in my naughty parts. It seems like a good.
You're not in a tent. You can go to your bed.
Yeah, I could stop it, take a nap, come back, pick it back up again. And most of these acts I think stink, so I can just zone in on the.
You have
ones.
Sabrina Carpenter this year, which
She was there 2 years ago.
but now she's headlining.
Oh, great.
There are no absolute.
She is talented. By the way, she can
Yes.
tell that she's a good. I'll bet you
She's a talented artist.
She was probably great when she was on Saturday Night Live because I could tell in that one commercial that she's very funny. I just don't understand the plastic surgery when you're that young and pretty already. I don't. It creeps me out.
There are no more rock
Those
festivals,
cheekbones,
right?
isn't it?
Yeah, they're rock festivals.
Her or
Well, 420 Fest is a rock festival, isn't it?
That's more jam band, but there are
Well,
rock
that's
festivals.
rock. I consider jam bands rock.
But the days of there's a bunch of rock bands. Those
well, there's no. What are you going to have? There's only 5 rock bands that are,
Yeah.
that are
a draw.
That are that can, right.
What do you consider the Strokes? Because they're touring.
I think they're a rock
Oh,
band.
they're a rock band. I heard their new song. Way too much. I mean, look, they've always put a filter on that guy's voice. What's his name? Julian Casablanca or something like that? Is he
Yeah, he's always had that on them.
Yeah, ever since that Tom Petty ripoff Last Night, which is
Last night.
the music is American Girl.
Yeah.
But it's always had that filter. But this to me jumped out as auto-tune, big time. What do you need it for, man?
Trying to fit in.
I use that stupid fuzz filter you've always used. Don't go into auto-tune. It's like the Strokes fired Julian Casablancas and replaced him with Travis Scott.
Didn't he get shot?
No.
No, that was Offset.
Offset.
Okay.
He's going to be all right, though, I guess.
Thank goodness.
He's all right. I don't talk about that kind of stuff because I don't have opinions on rap music because I would like to live out my natural life. So
you don't want to say the wrong thing either.
Well, what I'm saying is there's only one thing I have to say to rappers. I love all of you, and I wish you all the best. That's what this aging old white dude on the radio said. Make sure I love all rappers, and I wish all rappers the best. I can't even rate the music. It's all just great.
Even Vanilla Ice and.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that rap?
Listen, Vanilla
Is that
Ice
rap?
is.
It was.
Of course it is.
It was. Yeah.
Vanilla. Okay, I gotta
You
look this
can
up.
go good or bad. I mean, it is
Okay.
rap. You can
Don't
say
look
it's
up-
bad.
yeah,
You
don't
can
look
say
up-
it's.
Don't look up recent, but
Yeah,
his
you don't.
hit
Yeah, you
album.
don't want to get his prison record or whatever. He had a show on Vanilla Ice. Because my wife watches all of these, flip it or flop it or up it or down it or take the deal or whatever. All these home shows on HGTV and what do you call it when you buy it and then you flip it, right?
Yeah,
like
flip
all
it.
of those and. They're going to come in and turn your home into this or that. My wife watches them all. Vanilla Ice had one a few years ago. And then I guess he broke into one of these homes and stole some pills or something. And then I don't know.
They got a great
somebody
medicine cabinet here.
Look it up. And then I think he did a little bit of prison time after having a show on HGTV.
I'm looking that up. But hey, Eric, you'll be excited. I had the Coachella lineup pulled up in front of me. We're looking at rock bands here. David Byrne. He's Saturday.
All right, they got a good thing going. Now, here's the thing: is when we saw David Byrne at a festival, his show was really, really visual. And then you see him during the day, and then there's no lights. And
Yeah.
I mean, it was still good. It was still good, but you get a truncated version. This one especially, I've not seen live, but I've seen YouTube things, is even more. Like the stage itself is a screen. So they're standing on a screen, and they have screens behind them. I don't want to see that at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'd rather see that at like 7 at night, but I don't think he's going to be considered somebody who's bankable in the nighttime at Coachella, so you're going to see him during the day.
Yeah, they've got him, I'd say midway. That's not midway. It's in the top line. Justin Bieber is the main headliner.
Oh,
on
well,
Saturday.
David Byrne is no Justin Bieber.
Right,
I
I
think we all understand this. You put those catalogs together, with Talking Heads and David Byrne solo, and you put that up against Justin Bieber. It's just it's not even in the same. I mean, basically, Byrne and Talking Heads are in the minor leagues, and you're dealing with a pro in Justin Bieber. Absolutely,
Bieber's a sleeper, man. He's got.
Is he a sleeper?
He's
yeah,
a sleeper,
great,
man.
yeah.
He's got more songs than you think.
No, yeah, he's got one. Then he's got more than I think.
Now, I will be disappointed if Somber, who's on here, Somber appears to be ahead.
What if Somber shows up in a very happy mood? Wouldn't that sort of juxtaposition freak people out at Coachella?
Who are they or he, she?
Somber is he's a young guy, and he always is shirtless in all of his.
Good looking? Is it worth looking at?
He's handsome
I mean,
guy.
I'll be alone on the couch.
But
look him up.
He has like what?
Is it worth me?
Is he a DJ?
Hey,
No. He's a singer.
Honey, you go down to the store while
he was.
He's moody. He's got
somber.
those sunken. You're gonna love him.
Oh,
sunken cheeks.
Oh yeah,
brooding.
See my type.
Little Jim Morrison-esque.
He's only got one song that they've got him ahead of David Byrne. That's kind of crazy to me. I mean, he's new.
He's
relatively
ahead,
up
you
and
mean
coming.
Ahead meaning before or after?
I'm sorry. It would be after David Byrne. Excuse me.
Well, yeah. Well, David's got to get to bed at night.
Look how good looking this guy is, huh? Like Charlie Sexton looks.
Yeah, a little bit of the Chalamet thing that's going on right now.
Yeah.
Like they say that men who look like rats, girls like men who look like rats.
He's doing that looks maxing.
I've seen that on YouTube. I've seen a bunch of these things that say that Chalamet's career is over.
For what?
Oh, because of that the ballet comment.
The ballet and also what was it, being kind of humiliated at the Oscars. I didn't watch it. I doubt he was humiliated. They probably just made a couple jokes, and then he lost the award.
Yeah, his movie that he was in. That movie didn't win anything, even if it was him involved.
I want to watch it.
Marty McFly?
Yeah. Marty Come on, Doc.
It was that, what was the table
Marty
tennis.
something. Marty Surprise?
Supreme.
Marty Supreme. That was a Marty Surprise. Yeah,
Ernest Borgnine is
he
in
plays a jerk, really intense table tennis player, or ping pong is. I think ping pong is kind of racist, though, isn't it?
No.
One would think.
It's the sound.
Oh, okay.
Ping pong, ping pong.
I got you. All right, so it's
You
not
sure?
racist. No, it makes sense, and what he says makes sense. It's not like a lot of things that you think might be racist, like hearing dun 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 in an ad. It turns out they're not racist at all, or xenophobic.
What?
I'm just
what
saying.
ED ad has that in?
It's not racist or xenophobic at all, as has been explained to me.
Yes.
It is not racist or xenophobic at all, and you can make some money off it, so shut up, Eric. Alex Williams says there's big rig trouble on I-20 in Lithia Springs.
That's right, Eric. This guy is conked out in the center lane. Police are there protecting it. I-20 westbound, Thornton Road, exit 44. That ride is stacked up pretty much back to I-285. Hopefully we can get this one off to the right soon before the ride gets too much worse. If you're traveling I-20 in DeKalb County, I'm watching brake lights eastbound on and off between Wesley Chapel and Panola Road. Westbound crowded the closer you get to I-285 trying to make your way through the work zone. Tracking the return of some of the spring breakers on the south side with the help of Stephanie Stallworth.
Yeah, the slowdowns begin northbound, right around the Bill Gardner Parkway, exit 212 as you head up towards Jodico Road. After that, looks pretty good, heading to 675. Southbound flow, check slowing off of 285. Then get down towards Forest Parkway, gets a little bit better, then busy. Stockbridge into McDonough. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustHill.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
If you have the WSB radio app,
If you have the WSB
all
app,
the notifications you
If
need.
you have the WSB app,
all the local and breaking news alerts you need.
Breaking news in Cobb County.
All in one place.
we'll send out an alert on the WSB
The
app.
95.5 WSB app.
Download it from your app store today.
So you're losing your hair and you need a simple solution that works, but you want the best. It's Mark Aram here. Modern technology, top-rated physicians. You want something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair is completely redefined hair restoration from the experience itself to the unmatched results they produce. receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair. Address them all with a simple one-day treatment in a calm, relaxed environment with experienced pros. Advanced Hair has performed tens of thousands of breakthrough advanced FUE treatments, and get this, your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day. No one else in Atlanta can offer the advanced FUE found at Advanced Hair. Fix your hair loss today, starting with your free consultation, and you'll also get $500 off if you move forward. Call 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with the team that's redefined hair restoration, and don't forget to ask about that Advanced Hair Guarantee. 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Monica Pearson. Dale and I have worked together for years, first at WSB, and today helping you find Georgia's best companies and sharing why they're the best.
Monica, one of the first companies I researched and recommended is Amco Transmissions and Total Car Care. For more than a dozen years, they've consistently met my 7-point standard and honored my Make It Right guarantee. And I know you believe in Amco just as much as I do.
Dale, over the years, we've both reported about people getting taken advantage of. So I'm keenly aware what it takes to deliver not just great performance, but great customer service. People who follow my advice literally stop me on the street and thank me for referring them to Amco.
We all need mechanics we can trust for correct diagnosis, efficient repair, and fair price. Not just for transmission repair, but engines, brakes, check engine lights, and so much more. Call the locally owned Amco near you.
And I know their nationwide warranty protects you everywhere.
That's AA
MCO.
A quote shouldn't be a suggested starting price. It should be a promise. Hi, I'm Megan with Southern Exteriors. At Southern Exteriors, we don't play games with your quote or budget. We do the homework up front, so the price you see on your agreement is the final price you pay. Choose Southern Exteriors, the team that values your trust as much as your home, and take 10% off your next project. Call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co. That's southernexteriors.co.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Jared's telling us other people that are going to be at Coachella. He's like, oh man, Riz is going to be there.
Rez. She's talented. She's like the female Dead
This
Mouse.
is the voice, this the new Strokes?
Yes.
That's over the top auto-tune. Is it auto-tune or is it that filter he always uses more?
It sounds like he's using a filter, not auto-tune there, in my opinion.
Well, it's at max. Let me hear. A little less up there.
I like the guitar.
Oh, there. That's total auto-tune.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, if you miss them...
There's worse. I've heard worse in my life.
If you miss them for Coachella, they will be here for Shaky Knees in the fall on Friday, headlining.
I just think it's a little much with the auto-tune or auto-tune adjacent whatever thing. He's always had a filter on his voice. I wonder what he sounds like without the filter. Has there ever been a night live where there's like the filter, that channel just went down, and he's like,
You know, we get an
sounds like McCartney.
autonomous AI Tom Petty show.
What?
I want an autonomous AI.
You mean like one of those like ABBA things?
Yes.
Oh,
but
hologram.
autonomous, where it makes its own decisions. It can.
It decides.
Yeah.
Well, it might not.
I'm going to shoot everybody.
You want a little too much freedom from your rock stars, I think.
Yeah.
There are other rockers. Yeah, Wet Leg. Wet Leg's
Wet
good.
Leg's a good band. This is Coachella, right? I'll
Yes.
tune in for Wet Leg is a very good band. I like them a lot. I love the song Chaise Lounge, but I would hate to have to sing that song every night for the rest of my life because it's kind of a talky thing. It's it's really good. It's great. The video's great. It's a great song, but it's just I just don't know that I would want to have to sing that every single night for the rest of my life. But they're very good.
You also have got Iggy Pop.
Okay.
You guys don't like Iggy Pop?
Well, how's it going? He's not.
Tim, that's too close.
Get off my.
I got lust for life.
Brick by brick. Get off my. I'm building it brick by brick. And he keeps his. He's the original Bert Kreischer. He'll be doing the show sans shirt.
Yeah,
No matter, he's like all leathery.
He's always looked like an old leathery dude.
Yeah, but he's more leathery. He's older and leatherier
Yes.
now.
Love that scene in, what is it, the cigarette movie where he's sitting down with Tom Waits. And Tom Waits, hey, get your own cigarettes.
That's, what is that?
Cigarettes and coffee.
Yeah. Bill Murray's in that.
Is he?
I think he
I've
shows
only
up
seen
in
that one.
I believe Bill Murray shows up in that one. And you were talking about, so it's Rez, and anybody's like.
I mean, for me,
does
like,
anybody have a name? Like, how about Grunt? Grunt's playing.
I came up with one during the break. I probably can't say it.
No,
Why?
you
Is it
cannot.
a bad word? Why can't you say that? It's
Well,
not
you
one
know
of the
what
seven.
it is.
The one with a K, the bodily
it's
function with a
actually
K.
a Q.
Well, it's Q, but he was.
Well,
just,
I'm saying like
put
for
it
the
this
band
way,
name.
we imagined it as a female empowerment band.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, now that you say it
A
like
few
that,
people could put it together. I think it's great.
They play kazoos.
That's right.
Coachella.
We're laughing at a joke. We didn't even tell the people what the
Can I say
punchline.
it?
No, I don't know. If it was a Friday, I'd say yes. But I got to come back tomorrow and deal with all of the nonsense.
Rhymes with wreath.
There you go. And it's a female empowerment band.
Yes.
You guys have got to watch Cascade too this weekend.
Don't tell
Cascade's
you what I
fantastic.
have to do.
Who's Cascade?
Cascade.
Who are they?
I'll
or
tell you
them?
what Cascade is the best dish detergent
True.
that you can buy.
Click the microphone. Type in Von
It
Hessler.
has
That's
those little
right.
sparkles in it to get the
Yeah, get you
stuff.
stoned.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Cascade is fantastic. He's been DJing for years.
He's
yes.
a man named Cascade.
Yeah, well, that's his DJ name, and he's fantastic.
So is it somber and then grunt and then Cascade? Is that how?
Somber is on Saturday. Cascade's on Sunday. Listen, you got everything here, guys.
Hey, it's time to party, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Glow Stick. Alex Williams is watching 285 for you.
Cascade, I thought Jared was talking about the skating rink for a second here. 285 westbound, the outer loop. Not a terrible ride this evening out of Sandy Springs into Cobb. There's some moderate volume starting around 400 over to 75. A lot of that slow traffic trying to ramp on to 75 northbound. Right lanes bunch up. 285 south, the outer loop, leaving South Cobb Drive down to I-20. We're on I-20 westbound. Stalled tractor trailer out in Lithia Springs, still knocking out that center lane at Thornton Road. Good news is Big Rig tow truck is on scene to clear it out of the roadway. What's 285 looking like in DeKalb County, Stephanie Stallworth?
Well, 285, your east side outer loop jammed from right around Flat Shoals, heading up past I-20 in through Clarkston and Doraville. Also, 285 east and south inner loop, running looks like around the Dunwoody's now. Latest delays here, heading down through Doraville, down towards I-20 DeKalb County. Traffic brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDeal.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's allergy season is nothing to sneeze at. At All Care, we understand that allergies aren't just annoying, they can also affect your quality of life. And sometimes over-the-counter medications are just not enough. We'll help you manage your allergy triggers and develop a customized treatment plan so that spring can be fun again. After hours and weekend appointments are available at All Care's 15 convenient locations, or from the comfort of your couch through our virtual care offering. Learn more at allcare-ga.com/allergy.
If you're planning to sell your home, you have a choice. You can do it the traditional way, wait for offers, juggle showings, hope the timing works out, and cross your fingers that you don't end up settling for less. Or you can choose Orchard. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. Orchard gives you cash up front from your current home so you can buy your next one first. That means no rushing to sell, no temporary moves, and no trying to perfectly time 2 major transactions. You move into your new home on your schedule. Then Orchard prepares and markets your old home the right way, handling repairs, upgrades, staging, and professional marketing to help it sell for top dollar. And when it does sell, you get that money too. It's a smarter process that gives you flexibility, confidence, and the chance to get the most from your home sale. Thousands of homeowners are already choosing Orchard to make their moves simpler and more successful. Find out what your home is worth today with a free valuation at Orchard.com.
This is Greg Trusinski from the Original Mattress Factory. I want to share the story of a couple I worked with recently. After receiving a quote from a competitor for a mattress, they visited OMF and found a mattress that was a great fit for them. They were so pleased with our quality and value that they ended up purchasing 2 mattresses, a box spring, headboard, and frame. Their total at OMF was roughly $400 less than what they would have spent on just the one mattress at the competitor. If you're ready to get better sleep for less, visit us at originalmattress.com.
Hey friends, imagine all that can happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids will grow, new memes will come out. But what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price did not change for 5 years? Thanks to the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you don't have to worry about that part of your future. Hey, it's Mark Aram here. You are guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issues before you even notice them. It's like super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from online threats. For the next 5 years, all your devices will be working in perfect harmony, and you get their best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, and no strings. So even though the kids will grow up and you still won't understand 6-7, your internet's going to stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. All with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. To get started, visit Xfinity.com or drop into an Xfinity store today. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top local story, a warning to parents from the FBI about violent online networks targeting kids.
According to the FBI, 50 tips related to these online networks are being investigated here in Georgia. Special Agent in Charge Brian Osden says these groups try to sow chaos and destruction by coercing victims into committing crimes ranging from bomb threats to animal cruelty.
These groups achieve their goal by methodically targeting children and other at-risk people through online platforms commonly used by young people.
The FBI is treating these cases as terrorism, and they're urging parents to keep an eye on their kids, especially when they're online. At FBI Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
It is 72 degrees in Atlanta after a cool start, near 80 tomorrow afternoon, even warmer for the weekend. Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitt says Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A Lawrenceville man pleads guilty to racketeering and involuntary manslaughter in connection with deadly drug sales. WSB's Veronica Waters has a live report.
Bill, he called himself Capone, and his methamphetamine and drug racket was called Capone Incorporated. Gwinnett County District Attorney Patsy Austin Gatson says he's now convicted of 10 charges, including racketeering and involuntary manslaughter.
We did use the RICO Act for this person because he has a conspiracy and an enterprise on selling these drugs. So basically, he sold to 2 individuals that ended up losing their lives because the drugs were laced with fentanyl.
There were 2 deaths plus even more overdoses. Alexander is now sentenced to 30 years plus 10 years probation, what Austin Gatson says could amount to a life sentence since he's already 47. Reporting live, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
New security measures for this weekend's Dogwood Festival after last week's deadly shooting at Piedmont Park.
Additional officers will be placed in the park, both on foot, bicycle, and horseback. We have additional officers on foot, vehicle, and motorcycle patrolling the streets into Piedmont Park.
Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum says they're also asking people to be vigilant and report anything that looks out of place. He says the department has good leads on the suspects wanted for opening fire last Saturday, killing a 16-year-old girl and injuring another teen. First Lady Melania Trump makes a statement about the Epstein case, saying she was never friends with Jeffrey Epstein, and says those who have made claims to the contrary are mean-spirited.
I'm not a witness or a name witness in connection with any of Epstein's crimes. My name has never appeared in court documents, depositions, victim statements, or FBI interviews surrounding the Epstein matter.
The First Lady also calls on Congress to allow the victims of the convicted child sex offender to testify in public, saying it is time for the truth to come out. Even though there's a 2-week ceasefire in the war with Iran, traffic is still moving slowly through the Strait of Hormuz. Gas Buddy's Patrick DeHaan says it may take a while for gas prices to come down.
Expect to see, at least over the weekend, some moderate drops in prices depending on where people are in the country. But where we go from here, still a little bit uncertain to tell whether or not the ceasefire is going to hold up or not.
Gas prices in Georgia today averaging about $3.75 a gallon. Bartow and Pickens counties are included in an effort this week to help prevent the spread of rabies. The USDA is dropping oral rabies vaccine baits from low-flying airplanes and helicopters in several northwest Georgia counties. The packets of vaccine coated with fish crumbles are designed to attract raccoons. The agency says anyone who finds a bait should just leave it alone and allow wildlife to find it. Now, WSB Money Update. It may soon cost you more to mail a bill or birthday card.
The financially struggling U.S. Postal Service, which is slapping an 8% fuel surcharge on some of its package deliveries later this month, that's to make up for rising gasoline and diesel prices, is now asking the Federal Postal Regulatory Commission to raise the price of a first-class postage stamp by 4 cents. That would make it 82 cents per stamp. I'm Bloomberg's Tom Busby for 95.5 WSB.
It is now 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic starts with Alex Williams.
Checking on a brand new trouble spot in Sandy Springs, Bill. Looks like a crash 400 southbound below Northridge exit 6. Might be in those left lanes. It's causing delays either way in both directions on Georgia 400. We're going to keep our eye on that. Don't forget, if things do continue to get worse, Highway 9, Peachtree, Dunwoody, Roberts Drive, all some alternates that might help you out around that. I-85 northbound toward Gwinnett County. The slowest part of that's just from 285 up toward Jimmy Carter Boulevard. Tapping the brakes 316 east into Lawrenceville. And I think we got some better news out on I-20 in Lithia Springs, Stephanie Stallworth.
Yes, happy to report. Big rig that had been stopped in the center lane for close to an hour. I-20 west at Thornton Road. Heavy-duty wrecker came in, pulled it off to the shoulder, so all lanes open. Delay still ramping in from 285 heading outbound. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. And here's Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz.
Beautiful weather continues this evening. We'll be chilly by Friday morning, some mid to upper 40s in the suburbs, near 50 in the city. Sunny and 78 tomorrow afternoon. On Saturday, sunny and even warmer, low 54, high 85. And Sunday, sunny, low 57, high 84. Now my 5-day forecast for Monday and Tuesday. Partly cloudy, but still dry Monday, low 60, high 83. And then mostly sunny Tuesday, low 61, high 86.
Right now it's 74 in Decatur, 70 in Hiram, and 69 in Locust Grove. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
That's right, Caiaccio. All the children are singing. Everyone is joyful because hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. Tim Andrews just showed me a disgusting video. Is this somebody you follow?
I followed him.
Instagram?
A friend of mine sent me the link and said, "You're not going to believe this guy." And I watched it. And after not vomiting, I said, "I'm going to follow this."
You
kid.
know, yeah, he takes you right to the edge. But
Yeah.
if you can hold it back and keep it inside the contents inside your stomach,
Yeah.
it's a good watch. So he just mixes things with Mountain Dew. That's his whole thing.
Yeah. So initially he did Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew, which is why he's Dr. Dew.
Oh, I see. On this one, do you have it there?
I put the YouTube in. That's probably easier to play through there than.
He doesn't swear or anything, does he?
I've got it queued through Instagram here.
Okay,
so.
if you can open it and play it, that's.
So here we go.
So he's putting sardines.
Yeah, this is one of his grossest ones,
he's
but
mixing
not
sardines.
the grossest one.
His caption says, "What if sardines taste like Mountain Dew?"
And so he calls this sardew.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I get tired of having plain old sardines every time you open them up for a big day right here, y'all. And
For a big
sick and
day,
tired of the taste, the juice, and all that stuff. But let me tell you something. What would happen is sardines taste like your favorite beverage right here, like Mountain Dew, for example. All right, y'all?
So he's pouring sardines
And
into the
I'm
Mountain
gonna tell you
Dew.
this. Let me show you something. This might be crazy to see right
It might
here,
be.
y'all.
It might be.
Shout out to Kensha. Shout out to Sam McDonald and
All right,
my
hey.
cousin from Swallow Falls, Flint Lockwood.
What is he is now
drinking it.
chugging it, yeah. And shout out to all those guys too. I'm glad.
His cousin.
Yeah.
Oh
Good.
gosh.
He drinks. It's huge.
It's definitely like a pint.
Sardu, y'all.
Sardu.
Oh.
Okay, that's good.
0 to 10, y'all. Oh, but hey,
You know what? Here's the thing, and Tim Andrews brought this up. You know, he's got kind of a little speech impediment and stuff. Maybe he's a kid who maybe he's not all that popular in school, and he's turned it into like he's got a lot of followers. Right?
Yeah, tons of
By the way,
followers.
we're just speculating on that, but I mean, it's just like the nerd kind of dude, and then now you can turn it into sort of a big following.
yeah. He also sings in his living room and dances. Those are
Very
interesting.
good.
He's a hell of a singer.
Any OnlyFans option yet? No.
I don't know. I don't go.
Sardu, y'all.
Sardu, y'all.
Is he buddies with our Husk.irl guy that we played yesterday?
No, I think they travel in different circles.
Perhaps they do. So, hold on a second. Hey man, I'm on the air. I'm. It's going well, but I'm on the air. I got to call you back. All right, no, it's all right. I mean, people should know. Say hello to people. Say hello to the people. Anybody hear that? I don't know.
I heard a hey. Who is it?
Hold on. Wait. What did you want to talk about? Wait just a moment. Let me turn you up a little bit. Let the people know what you want to talk about. I can't
hear it at all.
I can't hear. Hold on one second. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Turn your speaker on.
Hold on. There we go. All right. Now, T-Sean, tell people what you want to talk about. I can't. For some reason,
the war.
I'm not able to hear you. I'll call you back later, man. All right. Hadn't talked to my friend T-Sean Shannon in quite some time. I don't know why my phone doesn't work like everybody else's phone
Time to
works.
get a new one. It's
He wants to get on the show to talk about the war, man.
Yeah. 404-872-0750.
Not Sardu.
Well, I think he probably wasn't. He's not aware of Sardu.
No, you have to tell him.
You know, he lives in Houston, so he may not be listening to every segment all the time.
Well, we could split the numbers. If you want to talk about Sardu, 1-800-WSB-TALK.
Right.
War,
War.
404-872-0750.
Exactly. Everybody wants to talk about the war, man.
I don't.
No, I know you're trying to talk about other things. Like,
I want that thing open, the straight. It used to be.
The thing?
It's, the straight. I want it to be open.
Yeah. So is it open or is it not open? I keep seeing a bunch of different things. Some
well,
people say
if
it's
you listen
open.
to Alex Jones and the freaks and the creeps like that who lie constantly about me.
Well, hold on. You used to like these people.
I never said I liked him. He
You
liked
called
me.
you called Tucker low IQ.
Well,
I mean, isn't he a friend? Listen,
if the shoe fits.
He comes to the White House all the time. Now all of a sudden he's low IQ.
Well, he's a trusted advisor.
But you're saying he's low IQ.
Well, he's kind of dumb.
You know, he did tell you that getting into this war in Iran would hurt your presidency.
Well, what does he know?
Well, I mean, it kind of hasn't
I think
helped.
It's great. 100% MAGA on CNN.
Is that what they're saying?
That's what I'm hearing.
100%?
Right.
Couldn't be going better.
Got the rocket people. They love me.
The rocket people
They
love
do.
you.
Like Artemis too.
Yeah.
I called them.
It's their last full day in space.
I'm just seeing too.
Space.
Mr. President, will you accept this? Maybe this is an America 250 thing. Breaking from TMZ, Hunter Biden wants a cage match with Donald Trump's sons, Eric and Don Jr.
All right.
Hunter
That's a
Biden.
little bit of a thirst trap.
Yeah, this seems to me that
no
I
thanks.
can't play Hunter Biden because I know he's going to cuss.
yeah, because he's a swearing fool,
He's a
and
hell
you
of a
never know.
painter.
Yeah, he is. Boy, as an artist, I don't care.
Great.
Left, right, or center. You just have to say. You just got to
fantastic.
bow your
Better than Bush.
tip of the hat.
Better than Bush.
Better than who?
Bush. Speaking of idiots and losers.
Oh, now come on. Now you're just going after everybody, aren't you? I think you're a little out of control.
George, both Bushes were tools of the Bank of London and the Crown. And
what are you a tool of?
Myself.
Oh,
nobody controls me.
So it's just
I tell Bibi what to do. Not
you just said, "Hey, we want to. What would be good right now is a war that ultimately will strengthen Iran."
No, what I'm telling you.
Well, you're saying it's successful.
Well,
I'm
the
just looking at what it
success
was.
is that look, the beautiful strait may or may not be open right now. But the thing that's very important is that the British no longer control the strait.
Yeah, okay. Is that did they control it before?
Well, Lloyd's of London.
Oh, that's right, insurance. Well, they're going to come back in and start insuring
no,
things.
we have it now with our.
Has anybody picked up on that? I don't
He
think
did
that. I know he did, but like
we're going to keep it permanent.
But I mean, it's one thing if it's Americans, but like other ships, would they, from other countries?
Well, if they know what's good for them.
Atlanta. So you're saying
Atlanta? That's a great shipping place.
You say that the strait is either open or closed, and it's successful.
Well, I think this, saying straight, it's 50-50. It could be straight. It could not be straight.
That's right.
Sometimes it's curvy.
Yeah, right. It's not all straight.
Why do they even call it a straight?
Because it's spelled differently.
Not straight.
It's spelled differently.
I think it's a homonym.
It's like the Dire Straits, right?
Oh, they were great.
Oh, they're fantastic.
I love that song about Romeo and Juliet.
Am I wrong about that? Is that?
I think it is spelled the same way. Let's see.
So dire straight is when you're in a bad thing. Right?
No, it's
dire
spelled
straits.
Strait, and straight has a G and an H in it.
No, not the other. No, that one. The think of it as the Dire Strait of Hormuz. It's spelled the same way.
The Dire Strait.
It is. Eric is correct, Mr. President.
Yeah, I said that. It's Strait.
No, you didn't say that. You said it had a G and an H.
I said the other way has the G and the H. Roll the tape back.
We don't have tape. It's all digits, zeros and ones.
No, Mr. President.
It's like, excuse me?
I called him guy with the shirt.
Yeah.
I know his name is Trent, but I like his shirt. It's cool. It's got Satan on it, or a devil, or a reaper.
Yeah, a reaper. That's what it is. It's a
reaper drone. Wow.
Are you okay? You with us? Are you hallucinating?
Very, very tired. Look, Sanjay Gupta.
Well, thank you very much, Jared, and you are doing a fantastic job.
That's why he's always.
I love Jared. He's a beautiful young guy. He's going places.
You think
it's really great to have somebody like Jared involved because he really makes it much easier for me.
Jared's involved. He keeps the show running.
It's great.
Keeps the show going.
We didn't know you were part of the administration.
I'm flattered. Thank you, Mr. President.
Honorary. He doesn't get paid.
No, I don't.
He's honorary here as well. He doesn't get paid here either. So
I just hang out. He works so hard. He should get,
I just hang out.
I don't know people that work for free. Does the shirt guy work for free?
Well, no, he gets paid
he's
a little
shaking
bit.
his
He
head.
gets paid a little bit.
I know his name is Trent. But
Yeah.
I like calling him Shirt Guy.
Yeah, well, that's your nickname, right?
Shirt Guy.
You give people nicknames, right? Yeah.
The guy in the back, George.
He's a conspiracy guy.
Yeah, conspiracy nut. Thinks Bigfoot is flat.
The Gulf of America.
I saw a thing where, because we have new pictures of the Earth from the moon and from space, and so there's stories out there how this was supposed to convince the flat earthers that I was like, wait. First of all, we've had pictures of the Earth from space for a very long time now. I don't know why.
No, but this changes things.
How does it really change? The Earth basically.
What if I told you?
What if I told you that you're listening to a voice that does not have a body? I am completely artificial. What if I told you? But I mean, I don't know why people thought that seeing a new photo of Earth from space was going to convince any idiot who thinks the Earth is flat that it's not.
Maybe it just looks like a disc.
Yeah, but if you notice, you can't see all of the continents on that one.
Yes, I know.
So they would have to be wrapped around
shrink it.
the other side.
They shrink the image.
Is that what they do? Is that what they do?
That is what they do.
Sometimes I like watching the flat earthers on YouTube.
They can't really believe it, right?
Well, of course they do.
How could they?
No, of course they do. And the great thing is that they come with evidence, and they're so cocky, like they know that. Like, hey, don't. And it's fun. It's fun to watch them be quasi scientific.
Yes.
In their reasoning.
Even the Loch Ness Monster knows the Earth is round.
Yes, and Bigfoot. They've come together.
Yeah.
And they both put out a press conference.
TED Talk.
Much like Melania lets us know what she's.
I've never been friends with Epstein.
Thanks, Melania.
Or that robot. She's really good friends with that robot that walked out the other day.
I told her not to talk about this.
Yeah, isn't she calling for Congress to have hearings with the victims?
It looks like Iran has violated the agreement.
Hey, are you trying to
bombing them right now?
Are you trying to distract us from
We
your
are
wife?
bombing Iran
Wait a minute.
right now.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to distract us
I
from
don't
your
know what-
wife
I don't know
wanting
what
to?
you're talking about it. She should keep her big fat mouth shut.
I believe that probably you want that too, because I think all of the victims that we know of, it comes after your friendship with Epstein. So I don't
wrote
think
him
there's
a
any
letter.
danger.
You and I are not friends anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Eric.
That real estate deal.
You lost them.
I won.
They came in so fast and so hard, and these guys knew exactly what to. Let's go. Come on. Get in. Let's go. Pwah. They came one right after
Pwah.
Not at the same time.
Pwah.
They don't want to come at the same time. They had to come right after each other. They didn't have any room.
And it was a great movie.
What the hell is that from?
I think he was describing
I know,
the
rescue.
rescue.
Okay,
Rescue
yeah,
mission.
yeah. Okay. We've had that in the on the old cut sheet for a couple days now.
That's a good one.
Alex Williams says there's a crash on 400 in Sandy Springs.
Yeah, big mess here, Eric. Crash and police activity. 400 southbound below Northridge Road, exit 6 to left lanes are blocked. You're already slowing back toward Holcomb Bridge Road. It's also causing northbound onlooker delays from Abernathy. I'd recommend if you're trying to take 400 south out of Roswell, go ahead and consider Highway 9 as your alternate. Northbound delays, that's just the volume without onlooker delay from Abernathy Road. Once you get past Northridge, though, or up to that scene before Northridge, after that, off to the races into Roswell, Alpharetta, and Cumming. Checking the ride through the heart of the city, it's Stephanie Stallworth.
Yes, the southbound ride at a crawl out of Midtown down through I-20. We're leaving downtown, heading past the Trouble 20 East over at Moreland Avenue. Still one vehicle in the second right lane. Everyone else made it off to the shoulder. So watch for that as you leave downtown. This update sponsored by Whole Foods Market. Save at Whole Foods Market. Get an 8 to 12 count of responsibly farmed colossal easy peel white shrimp with Prime through April 21st while supplies last. Shop in-store or online. Terms apply. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
We've all been there.
Bumper to bumper all the way back before.
Counting the minutes before we know we're going to be late because we couldn't count on a traffic app.
Crash knocks out 4 left lanes, including the express lane.
There is one thing you can count on. Triple team traffic on WSB.
3 right lanes shut down.
We know the highways. We know the streets. And we know the shortcuts.
Avoid the area by taking Buford Highway as an alternate route.
And all you need to do is listen.
More experience.
More reliable. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Triple team traffic.
95.5 WSB. How Atlanta gets there.
There is nothing more meaningful you can do for yourself, your family, your friends than finally getting rid of that pain so they can enjoy time with you again, especially heading into vacation season. Hey, it's Mark Aaron. Let me help you out. QC Kinetics takes care of your pain in the office and you go right on with your day. It's that easy. So if you say yes to any of these questions, you're the kind of patient QC Kinetics regenerative treatments help every day. Consistent joint pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, or back, pain that keeps you from getting a good night's sleep, missing work, or saying no to activities that you enjoy. You don't want surgery or a long recovery, and you're just at the end of your rope taking medications every day just to get through. Moment of truth, folks. Did you answer yes to more than one of those questions? Well, today could be your day to turn that corner and finally get a relief with QC Kinetics. Consultations free. Don't wait. Call today. I hope it was helpful. Trust me, it will be the most meaningful thing you do for yourself and the people who care about you. Call 770-285-8026, 770-285-8026.
Attention, Antifa, human traffickers, cartels, and woke DAs. With Chris Carr as governor, you won't stand a chance.
I'm Chris Carr. In Georgia, we will prosecute you. It's easy for politicians to talk tough, but I'm the only Republican who put gangs, human traffickers, and Antifa behind bars. I even fought Obama, Biden, and Abrams in court and won. If you're attacking our police or our freedoms, I'll be your worst nightmare.
Chris Carr doesn't just talk tough. Carr had the courage, brought the cases, and locked up the criminals. He has more than 120 gang convictions. Over 200 human trafficking victims have been rescued and seized enough fentanyl to kill 3.5 million Georgians. Carr's taking on the woke left, making crime illegal again. As governor, Chris Carr will keep up the fight and never back down. Chris Carr, governor. Real fights, real wins, real conservative. Paid for by Carr for Georgia.
A roof replacement that won't chew up your wallet? Now there's something to bark about.
Findlay Roofing, the roof guys, are rolling over high interest rates with 0% financing and flexible payment options available. FindlayRoofing.com.
Don't let tax refund worries hold you back. File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve, or your money back. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Because that wouldn't have been Meadow's voice. Because he's like, you!
We need to ISO that.
You! All right. All right. I will push that back. I don't know.
We could tease this.
So Hunter Biden this is not going to happen, obviously.
I don't think so. But
I don't even know that it's real. But some social influencer is trying to work it out to where he can be part of the UFC fights.
Yeah, Andrew Callahan, who is conservative, big on social media.
Irish.
He says yes, definitely Irish.
Irish conservative. Andrew Callahan.
That's right.
He is the one organizing a match between Hunter Biden and Eric Trump and Don Jr.
Come on, he's a content creator. In reality, is this really?
Hey, Reuters picked up.
You have Hunter Biden talking. I might as well go ahead. It kind of, the joke we just did with sometimes people speak, and it just so happens this is one after another. This is the way people. We're not editing these things. Okay, that's what I'm saying. We're not shock jocks. I'm a recovering shock jock. It's not what I want to do in my life. Sometimes powerful people say things, and the words that they put together, they lead you to think of other things. I can't do anything about that. There's some of that here at the end, but go ahead.
I think he's trying to organize a cage match, me versus Eric and Don Jr. I told him I'd do it, 100% in, if he can pull it off, and if he can't, I'm still coming.
Who's going to referee?
I'm going to be a referee.
Joe, wouldn't it that you would be the
if
referee?
Trump tries pulling of his hijinks, I'll take him out of the woodshed and give him a good old spanking.
We get you in there. We could be 2v2. You get Eric and Don Jr. and you and the old
Jack,
chip.
this ain't no tag team match. My son take on both of them. They call him the tripod. You didn't think I was going to go there, did you?
No, I didn't. But
call him the tripod.
You went there again.
It's not who we are.
I think it would, as great entertainment as that would be to have you as the referee, I think that you would have a bias because
cage match.
Are you listening to me? Or are you just saying things?
I don't have bias. Look, I was been referee back in 70 college.
Congratulations, Birds.
Congratulations, Birds. And Trump tries any of his dirty tricks.
You'll be there.
Keep everybody in line.
Okay, I like it.
I don't know about the boys. I don't know if they're. Apple doesn't fall from a tree far.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
That's what I said, Fat.
Hello, everyone.
Look. It's going to be a great match.
You beat Medicaid.
$200. Get in. For 200 years of America, we beat Medicaid.
250.
Look, we beat Medicaid. We fought him at Bunker Hill.
It's 250 years.
A little cream in that coffee. Like a latte. He tries any of his stuff. Take him out to the woodshed behind the White House.
Is there a woodshed behind the White House?
You bet, buddy.
Don't need to yell. I just kind of startling there.
Yeah.
You were so soft.
That's where I go to the bathroom when I was there.
The woodshed.
What?
You know what, Joe? Sometimes I miss you, buddy.
Yeah,
Sometimes
I miss you too, Jared.
Hey, you remembered me.
Hey.
You remembered me.
You're going to make Trump jealous,
You know, he was so great when he worked for Subway.
Oh, wrong Jared.
Joe!
Come on.
The one Jared that if you're named Jared, you don't want to be confused
What happened
with.
to that guy?
You don't want to know. I'll tell you
let him
off
go.
air. I'll tell you
He
off
ate
air.
too much.
Alex. There's another side. There's another chapter to that particular story.
Oh, okay.
Alex Williams says there's police activity on 400 in Sandy Springs.
Yeah, that seems to be what resulted in this crash. Some heavy police activity ended here. 400 southbound below Northridge Road, exit number 6. Thanks to our traffic troopers, we know 2 left lanes are blocked, and you're jammed up back to Holcomb Bridge Road. Use Highway 9 as an alternate. It's also slowed the northbound ride with onlooker delay from Abernathy Road up past the North Springs MARTA station. Once you get past that, looking good into Roswell and Alpharetta. How are things looking on 85 toward Gwinnett County? Stephanie Stallworth.
Getting busy for you as you leave 285, Doraville area, 85 northbound, heading up towards Jimmy Carter, then slowing again off and on Old Peachtree, heading up to 985. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDeal.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Let's talk termite bond renewal notice. You're going to pay more unless you got Breda and your termite rate is locked in for 10 years. Dave Baker with Matt Breda from Breda Pest Management. Matt, why do your competitors up their price every single year?
Because it boosts their profits. But homeowners should not have to renegotiate to avoid a price increase.
Agreed. So how does Breda do it?
Easy. When you switch your termite protection to Breda, your termite rate is locked in for 10 years. It's the ultimate peace of mind.
Nobody else offers that.
And they stopped inspecting for termites inside. That's where termites are most destructive. Only Breda inspects inside with advanced technology for early detection.
And your termite rate is locked in for 10 years. Breda Pest Management. They handle bugs and critters. See them on the web at bredapest.com.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
Hey friends, it's Mark Aram, and this is for all my listeners who are struggling with hair loss. I'm sure you've tried the lotions, pills, creams, and potions. With so many options and doctors out there, who are you going to trust? What's really going to grow your hair back? The Advanced FUE from Advanced Hair is an incredible breakthrough. Receding hairline, thinning hair, bald spots, Advanced Hair offers a simple, quick, one-day treatment that begins regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. And get this, Advanced Hair even guarantees your new hair will grow. Works for men and women across all ages, and there is no one in hair restoration I recommend more. For your free consultation, call 470-660-HAIR. If you move forward, you'll also receive $500 off. 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with a team that has redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that guarantee. Check out incredible before and after pictures at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
Traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top story: the fragile truce between the U.S. and Iran is holding for now, but Israeli strikes on targets in Lebanon are slowing the flow of oil through the Strait of Hormuz. White House correspondent Ed O'Keefe reports Vice President J.D. Vance will try to hammer out a permanent peace plan this weekend.
This will be the biggest diplomatic project of the vice president's modestly lengthy political career, and frankly not that long compared to many that he works with. But he is still scheduled to head, as our understanding, to Pakistan likely tomorrow ahead of these talks scheduled for Saturday. He'll be joined by Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner.
71 degrees in Atlanta, staying dry the next few days. A big warm-up for the weekend. Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. The FBI is warning parents of rising cases involving violent online networks, notably a group known as 764. FBI Special Agent in Charge Brian Osden says the group targets children and uses exploitation and extortion to get victims to commit crimes.
This is a form of violence motivated by a hatred of society and a drive to cause the collapse through indiscriminate chaos and destruction.
Atlanta police say they are investigating at least 5 cases that may be connected to violence initiated by this gang. Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum gives an update today on the deadly shooting at Piedmont Park. He says they are receiving a great response from the public a day after releasing photos of 3 possible suspects.
So the BOLO we put out yesterday, 3 individuals that we want to speak with, we believe have key information on who pulled the triggers in the park. That has been very fruitful.
A $15,000 reward is offered for information that leads to an arrest and conviction. Norcross is the first city to join a new multi-agency regional law enforcement response team.
The agreement, unanimously approved by the City Council, calls for mutual coordination between Norcross, Duluth, Lilburn, and Suwannee police departments in certain high-risk public safety and policing activities. Norcross Police Chief Bill Grogan explains, due to staffing limitations, the department is currently unable to safely conduct operations in certain situations.
We can do arrest warrants in hotel rooms and that type of thing, but we couldn't do a house, for example.
The other cities are expected to approve the agreement in the coming weeks. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
An arrest in a deadly shooting this week in DeKalb County. The shooting victim was found along I-285 at Glenwood Road Tuesday morning. Today, DeKalb police arrest 45-year-old Anessa Burton and charge her with murder. Police say 50-year-old Tywarn Jones was shot during an argument at a location on Marbot Road. A witness took the victim from that scene and called for help on 285. Driverless Waymo vehicles are on pothole patrol in Atlanta.
Waymo robo-taxis are now documenting potholes and sharing the data with Waze users. It's a pilot program that's being tested out in about a half a dozen cities, Atlanta among them. This program, based on feedback gathered from city officials over the years, is intended to help fill reporting gaps and also support cities like Atlanta in their efforts to repair those potholes. Waymo says it's already identified about 500 potholes using sensors on its driverless vehicles. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
This could be a relatively quiet Atlantic hurricane season. Forecasters at Colorado State University are predicting 13 named storms with 6 hurricanes and 2 major storms reaching Category 3 status or higher. The hurricane season begins June 1st. The city of Stone Mountain is spending a little over $47,000 to turn its historic train depot into a visitor center and museum.
The Stone Mountain City Council will annually supply the Historical Society with services like supporting its volunteers, educational programming, and designing exhibits in the museum. President Mary Beth Reed says in her proposal that the museum will feel like a railroad depot from the 1920s and tell the history of Stone Mountain. She says depending on funding, some of the exhibits like the Shermantown interpretation could be achieved this year. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 6:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Travel advisory continues out of Roswell into Sandy Springs, Bill. A crash police activity. 2 left lanes have been knocked out. 400 southbound below Northridge Road exit 6. Heavy brake lights all the way back to the Chattahoochee River Bridge. That's just south of Holcomb Bridge. If you don't want to get stuck in that, get off at Holcomb Bridge. Head over, use Roswell Road, Highway 9 as your alternate route. Also causing some northbound onlooker delays as you leave Abernathy Road getting past the North Springs MARTA station. Checking the ride on I-20 out toward DeKalb County, it's Stephanie Stallworth.
You're trying to get there. 20 East leaving downtown near Moreland Avenue. Have to crash for you there. Up ahead, looks like a pretty clear deal until you get towards 285 in Wesley Chapel, out towards Panola inbound out of Stonecrest. Usual slug into 285. Also police activity closing down Glenwood Road right at Columbia Drive. So watch for direction on the scene. Want to avoid that area if you can. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDeal.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with Channel 2 Action News Chief Meteorologist Brad Nitz.
Beautiful weather continues this evening. We'll be chilly by Friday morning, some mid to upper 40s in the suburbs, near 50 in the city. Sunny and 78 tomorrow afternoon. On Saturday, sunny and even warmer, low 54, high 85. And Sunday, sunny, low 57, high 84. Now my 5-day forecast for Monday and Tuesday. Partly cloudy, but still dry Monday, low 60, high 83. And then mostly sunny Tuesday, low 61, high 86.
And right now it is 73 in Scottsdale, 68 in Flowery Branch, 69 in McDonough. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
It's official. President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
Steel Horse Law has mastered the law on bike accidents. They win big for bikers.
Mike Rowe here with another fun fact. If your concrete is cracked or uneven, you can actually lift it back up. Whether it's a sinking driveway, a patio, or a sidewalk, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to lift your concrete slabs. Schedule a free inspection with AquaGuard, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell.
And I'm Monica Pearson. Dale and I have worked together for years, first at WSB, and today helping you find Georgia's best companies and sharing why they're the best.
Monica, one of the first companies I researched and recommended is Amco Transmissions and Total Car Care. For more than a dozen years, they've consistently met my 7-point standard and honored my Make It Right guarantee. And I know you believe in Amco just as much as I do.
Dale, over the years, we've both reported about people getting taken advantage of. So I'm keenly aware what it takes to deliver not just great performance, but great customer service. People who follow my advice literally stop me on the street and thank me for referring them to Amco.
We all need mechanics we can trust for correct diagnosis, efficient repair, and fair price. Not just for transmission repair, but engines, brakes, check engine lights, and so much more. Call the locally owned Amco near you.
And I know their nationwide warranty protects you everywhere.
That's AA
MCO.
I'm writing a song in my head. You got to pull this down so I can have my own. So, Brendan Carr is a fascist who runs the FCC. Brendan Carr is a fascist. If he has a problem with that, he can speak to me. But Brendan Carr is a fascist who currently chairs the FCC. You know, I was only bringing that up because you may not know this, but Brendan Carr, who is the chair of the FCC, Pete Hegseth, who is the secretary of D-Baggery, and Kash Patel, who is the director of the FBI, are creating a rock and roll band. And they're called the Fascist Bootlickers. Oh, somebody's got to make jokes about fascism. You know, you got to make it fun, I think. You know, we can come in here all day long and just like, oh, you know, fascism's not a good thing. Nobody's going to listen.
No.
Yeah, you try to, put a smile on. You want to put a fascist smile on people's faces. Let them know that,
You win hearts through song and comedy. Antifa throws rocks through windows.
I'm not. Yeah, that's not my style.
Right.
My style is to sing, nice, peppy songs like Brendan Carr is a fascist who's chairing the FCC. Just so people can know, but also maybe find it a little delightful.
I just got in some instant result polling here from our panelists over at the Red Roof Inn right now.
Yes.
They are loving this.
Oh, they're loving it?
Loving
they're
it.
turning the dials
They're
up?
turning the dials.
They're going green. The dials are going green.
They love this. Keep singing, Eric. Keep
going.
singing. Come on, Eric, go.
Keep going. Give me an F.
F.
Give me a U.
U.
I got to stop there.
Oh.
Brendan
The
Carr.
song you were singing is in my head. Dun 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 da 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 dun dun da 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 da. What song is that?
I don't know. I don't know where I left it. When I first started it, I didn't come up with the lyrics at first. At first, it was scrambled eggs is a fascist. Well,
scrambled eggs.
So Paul McCartney's going to be on Saturday Night Live.
He will be, but he's going to be on the season finale, so it's in May.
So I hope obviously he's going to do that great new song, which, by the way, his voice is fine for that song. But this is my recommendation, is that for the second song, he should do that version of I've Got a Feeling that he's been doing for the last few years, where John Lennon comes up on the screen behind them and they start
that would be cool.
Duetting with one another. I think the crowd would lose their minds. And they wouldn't even care. That's what earlier I was saying. Most of that, his voice doesn't matter because he just goes, you.
Well, we were thinking about it, going over there to see George, and he's like, why go over there? We can just watch it.
Yes, yeah.
Was he covering the Black Eyed Peas? I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night.
A good night.
Good job, Paul.
Everybody had a good year.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody had a good time.
Yeah.
Everybody pulled their socks up, put their feet down, saw the sunshine.
Not if you're an Ayatollah.
No, you're not for that, are you?
You didn't have a good year.
No, you didn't have a good year.
Part of it might have been.
Yeah, but not all of it.
Not all of it, no.
What about that new Ayatollah? Is he even alive? What's going on with that? Have we
Apparently
seen
he
him
is.
yet? Have we seen him?
Well, I don't think so. I don't
Because
think
just
we've
seeing
seen-
him on video footage, they could have pulled that from somewhere.
I heard he was gay. And had his foot blowed off.
There was a video of him going into a produced video of him going into a bunker, and they had like a nuclear bomb image in the background. Where
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
real.
Yeah, of course. It's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is when they said he's the new Ayatollah, they had a cardboard cutout. Which, why do that? Like, that makes it look more ridiculous than if you just say, hey, you know what? They're killing everybody, so we got him in hiding. He's the dude. How? I mean, is there anything less proof of life than standing next to a cardboard cutout?
Maybe they had extra
ready.
So they say, hey, we just took this picture that we made this cardboard cutout with, so we can assure you it'd be a cardboard cutout where he's holding the day's newspaper.
Stop him making fun of our
I am not making fun. I'm making fun of the process, sir.
You will
I'm
not
saying,
go through the Straits of Roswell.
hey, I figured out why they're called in my own mind. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but I thought this one through because I never knew why. I know what Dire Straits means, not the band, but it means, you're in a jam.
Yes.
It's a bad thing.
Right.
So we started talking about how that's spelled the same way as Strait of Hormuz. Dire, obviously, things are not good. And then straight, if you're in dire straits, then you're in this little small passage, and you're kind of stuck. You're jammed in something. That sounds right?
Correct.
I just sort of worked that out in my own brain. Now, I know many people listening have known that for years. But, you can't know everything at the same time.
There's not room
Otherwise,
to
life
know
would be boring.
everything.
There's
room.
There's room, but there's not capacity.
Correct.
We only use 10% of our brains, is what I hear.
That little?
That's what I've heard. La 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 la. Why are you doing sing a song?
That's what it was, because it's the same
Oh,
melody.
that's what it is.
Yes.
Yes, sing. Brendan Carr is a fascist.
La la
La la la la la la la. Where did he come from? It's Brendan Carr. Where did he come from? Was he a stupid representative somewhere or something?
Let's look into it.
I like this guy.
I don't know who he is. They said, pick this guy. I said, I love him. He's great.
He went to Georgetown University.
All right,
There's
good
your
start.
problem right
There he's at highfalutin university.
Nation.
Thank you.
I police myself.
You can
No,
say
I
retard.
police.
It's
I
a
don't
talk
like that
radio
word.
station.
I don't like that
What
word
do you mean?
personally.
What are you becoming Seinfeld on me?
No, I don't like that word. I don't like using it. I don't think you need to use it. I'm not one of these comedians like, I can say that word again.
You just like I Love Lucy and all the great shows, right? Then he makes some kind of point, and he's saying that people he referenced I Love Lucy.
Well, I do love Lucy.
Well, have you found out what
Fred
was
Nethel, not so much.
What was he doing before he got this job?
Well,
as
in
the commissioner, besides being a fascist bootlicker, what was he doing before he got the job as the chair of the FCC?
You know what? Strangely, in Trump 1.0, he was on Trump's shortlist then, and so
for the FCC.
Yeah, and
Okay,
I
what
guess
was
he didn't
doing,
get it then.
What was he doing before that?
That's what's so weird.
He was a plumber.
Who knows?
He worked for a plumbing outfit in D.C.
Yeah, and I guess he was doing some work, and Trump met him, and he said, I love you. I love you.
I love you. He cleaned my pipes. I
Okay.
knows his broadcasting.
He temporarily worked for the Court of Appeals for the Fourth Circuit Judge, Dennis Shedd.
All right.
And then
So he should have an idea about the separation of the branches of
He's a
government.
telecom lawyer.
Is that what he is?
Yeah.
So he's one of the guys who is like, no rules.
Mm-hmm.
Was that kind of lawyer? Like, yeah, I think one company ought to be able to own every radio station and television station in a city. Was he one of those? One of those telco lawyers?
I don't know. Perhaps.
Was he always a fascist, or he just this late in life?
I think he went to trade school for that.
Okay, he went to fascist U
during the Biden administration.
That's right. Yeah.
Man, they have a good football program. Fascist
Oh,
U.
are you kidding me?
Oh, they have the best jackboots.
Are you killing me? The Killers?
Yeah.
The Killers?
Yes.
That NIL money, man.
Oh,
my gosh,
goodness.
it's
They've
really
gotten-
changed the game.
Nil.
It's one thing to not only know that your team is winning, but also to know that they have reverence for the right people.
They're the good guys.
Just the
They're
good
the
people.
good guys. Just the good people.
The good guys.
You know, the leaders and of the country and the corporations and the bankers. You know, the only people who matter or count.
Don't forget insurance companies.
Is someone like Brendan Carr. Yes. Alex Williams, when's the last time Brendan Carr was like in an apartment complex? Would you imagine? Like any of these people at the top of like, when is the last time you saw Donald Trump chatting with just regular people that aren't millionaires or billionaires? I don't think you do.
I mean, there's kind of dumb.
Yeah, they're unsuccessful. You're successful.
Well, they could be successful at their jobs, but look at who's dressed.
Yeah, you don't want to hang out with that.
No. Jumpsuit. Give me a break.
Alex Williams says there's a crash on I-20 East ATL. Sorry.
Yeah, I got a few of them going on here right now, Eric. We've had one I-20 eastbound at Moreland Avenue. That's still in 1 to 2 right lanes, but the bigger one now is before that, where you got a crash in a left center lane and on the left shoulder, I-20 eastbound at Boulevard. That's keeping the ride jammed up as you leave downtown. Heads up in DeKalb County, you got some heavy police activity on a Glenwood Road just west of Columbia Drive. So Glenwood is shut down. I think parts of Columbia Drive also shut down. So just plan your alternate routes there if you were traveling in that part of DeKalb County. Still watching a big old jam on Georgia 400, Stephanie Stallworth.
It's heavy delays still in play. 400 southbound crashed down before Abernathy exit 5. Have been blocking multiple lanes. Been watching the jam cam. Starting to get some improvement. A little more space in between the cars. Getting things out of the travel portion of the roadway. Highway 9 had been an option. Traffic sponsored by Air Conditioning Specialist. Before the first hot Georgia day hits, call Air Conditioning Specialist. Right now, get a professional AC tune-up for just $59. Call 478-COMFORT. ACS. Your comfort is our specialty. Next report in less than 10 minutes. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Mark Arrow. I don't think this is just a black and white story.
Local.
These public defenders like, hey, get a real lawyer, man. I can't handle it.
Topical.
People that like the president think this is the greatest thing to do.
Mark Arrow.
That's one of many unanswered questions.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Why should you choose Sweet James Accident Attorneys if you're hurt in a car, motorcycle, or trucking wreck? Hey, this is Mark Aram. You choose Sweet James because results matter. Here are some of the settlements won for injured victims by the attorneys at Sweet James. $9 million won for a client hurt in a bicycle accident. $700,000 won for a client hurt in a car wreck. $1 million for a client hurt in a motorcycle accident. Sweet James wins for clients hurt in these types of cases 98% of the time. They consistently win top settlements. So if you're hurt in an accident and results matter to you, call the attorneys at Sweet James and pay nothing until they win. They can't promise the outcome, but it's important you have a law firm like Sweet James by your side, a firm that cares and a firm that wins. Get a free case review at 800-9-MILLION. That's 800-9-MILLION, 800-900-0000, and at sweetjames.com.
All those flowers you planted up the driveway this spring look great, but your garage door? Yikes! Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors. This spring, replace that old, ugly garage door with a beautiful, modern, energy-efficient door that will add to your home's value and curb appeal. At All Four Seasons, we offer fast service, affordable prices, and a huge selection of styles, colors, and custom features. When trust matters, trust us. All, the number 4, seasonsgarages.com.
If you're planning to sell your home, you have a choice. You can do it the traditional way, wait for offers, juggle showings, hope the timing works out, and cross your fingers that you don't end up settling for less. Or you can choose Orchard. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. Orchard gives you cash up front from your current home so you can buy your next one first. That means no rushing to sell, no temporary moves, and no trying to perfectly time 2 major transactions. You move into your new home on your schedule. Then Orchard prepares and markets your old home the right way, handling repairs, upgrades, staging, and professional marketing to help it sell for top dollar. And when it does sell, you get that money too. It's a smarter process that gives you flexibility, confidence, and the chance to get the most from your home sale. Thousands of homeowners are already choosing Orchard to make their moves simpler and more successful. Find out what your home is worth today with a free valuation at orchard.com.
Looking out your window and see a different name? Don't worry, we're still the same.
It's Ted and Jonathan. North Georgia Replacement Windows is now NG Windows. It's a positive change because the only thing changing is our name. We've been the local owners for over 20 years and plan to keep it that way.
NG Windows. Shorter name, still committed to serving you Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows.
Infinity by Marvin from NG Windows, yeah!
If you don't care about saving 50% off your wireless bill for the same 5G coverage that big guys are charging a fortune for, maybe you care about keeping jobs in America. Pure Talk does. They've pledged to run their entire operation from this country, including all their customer service. Or maybe you care about our nation's veterans. Pure Talk does. They've donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to America's Warrior Partnership, a fantastic organization working hard to prevent veteran suicide. Or maybe you care about closing America's skills gap. Pure Talk does. They're a proud supporter of MicroWorks. They're helping my foundation train the next generation of skilled workers. Don't get me wrong. Saving money's great, and you'll save plenty with Pure Talk. But if you want to be in business with people who share your values, dial pound 250. Say micro, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
I've got a feeling, yeah. And then John comes up on the screen, you know. When at Saturday Night Live, wouldn't people lose their minds if he did that?
Oh, yeah.
Duetting with Lennon. Do the new song.
He was abusive to women, though, I don't think.
Yeah, I know. We shouldn't like John Lennon. No, he never did anything for the world.
No. Well, he also wrote a match.
I know. Hey, look. You know what? John Lennon reminds me a lot of Tim Andrews.
He does well.
Nice guy, unless he's drunk.
That's why I don't drink.
I
can be nice when I'm drinking.
All the stories about John Lennon being a jerk are he's drunk.
Just not around most people.
Yeah. Well, you and Greg Russ. Well, it was drink and get mean.
He and I have been drunk together.
That must have been just a mean machine.
No, we had fun.
Did you?
But we hated everybody around us.
That's right. That's why you were having fun, because you were talking about how much you hated everyone around you. Probably
making fun of Autumn while we were drunk.
Yes, yeah. I know how you see. Alcohol has a different effect on me. I become the happiest person.
I do for a while.
Me too.
I don't. Well, yeah. Well, you just used to it.
I'm only drinking on the weekends.
Question for you is, what do you like when you're not drunk? In those infrequent periods of time.
When I go on those fish trips with my buddy.
PHISH?
Fish.
No, I don't go fishing. What am I? I like fishing. I just, I don't like.
What am I, some sort of hillbilly?
Yes, no, I don't want to besmirch fishing. I will drink a lot, and heavy craft beer sometimes, but I'm just having fun the whole time.
Yeah. I get charming when I drink.
Hey, big man.
At least that's
bubbly, right?
That's bubbly.
Yeah.
I get bubbly. And then if I drink too much, I just go to sleep. I come from a famous family of alcoholics, and a lot of them do not handle it the way that I do.
You don't have enough Irish in you.
That's what it is, but it's also that I have a weak stomach, and I'm the only person in my family who really does. So as I was going into my teenage years, into adulthood, I had the taste for liquor that my famous family of alcoholics have, but my stomach would give out before I could ever black out, so I never blacked out. And most of me dealing with my family of famous alcoholics in those bad times, they would have no idea what they said or did the next day. It's a total blackout.
Oh, I've been there.
I've never blacked out.
Really?
I've passed out. I've gotten up and thought I was going upstairs to go to bed and just went to sleep on the couch downstairs. I've done that, but I always remembered it the next day.
What's so crazy about blacking out is, it's number one, it's not a good thing, but number two, it's like, it's amazing how your brain somehow has some skills to navigate you back to where you need to go.
Yeah.
Like mine.
Right into that telephone pole.
Yep. See, like I'm not going to be driving a car, believe me. First off, it's not enjoyable to get that to that level anyway.
No, it's not. I find the whole
Kids
thing.
don't do it.
Kids just don't do anything.
Except study.
Study, drink your milk.
You're damn right.
All right, that music telling us two things. Shut the hell up, get the hell out. You know us. We're good citizens. We do what we're told, and we never talk back. That's what a good patriotic citizen does. No opinions. Shelley Winter's not in tonight. Dan Mendes. Mandis. I keep. I'm sorry if he happens to be listening, and I
think Mantis and then change the T to a D.
In radio is full of a lot of evil people, and it could be like, oh, this guy's not saying. It's not like that. I'm just bad with names. Enjoy the show. I'm sure it's going to be great. We'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us, but until then, continue on your journey. Don't piss off the genie.